So, Ghostbusters International is the actual role-playing game put out by
everywhere else.
West End Games.
Tuesday night!
Hey! But yeah, it's its own system. It's really simple to learn. So if you're wanting to get into tabletop gaming, this is the best one to learn. It is so simple. And it's all played for humor. So it's a little bit like the movie. It's based on the movies, of course. But it's
Ghostbusters.
Yeah, it's more like the real Ghostbusters cartoon. You can go that route with it. We usually have a lot of fun when we play it.
All right, everybody, welcome to the Raconteur Society's Tuesday Night Game.
Yay!
We are going to be rolling up some Ghostbusters this evening. I know some of you are probably wanting to see us doing our Warhammer Fantasy campaign, but we lost a few players. So
Yes.
For the evening.
Warhammer Fantasy has officially become cursed.
I forgot to put my mic down.
It's officially cursed.
It's officially cursed. So we'll probably get back to that in the next week or two. But for tonight, we're playing Ghostbusters, and then after we get done, if we get done with this in time, we're going to jump over and finish up some Exalted character build for that game. So, what you came into when you first got in here was we were responding to some people on our TikTok stream, which is up there on the big bulletin board.
Yeah.
We're going to put the other stream chats up soon here after I get this rolling.
And for those of you on TikTok, especially you new guys, if you want to take a look, check us out on Facebook, and are we on Twitch too tonight? Not that anybody cares.
Yes, I'm pretty well.
And you'll see a totally different view you'll see all the players, and Mike's done an awesome job creating all these little templates for each game. So
Check out our Linktree, which is on our profile there on TikTok. And click on that, it'll take you right to where you need to be.
and we'll eventually post these on YouTube, and those videos are what you would see on Facebook and Twitch.
So I'm going to let you describe a little bit about Ghostbusters while I get the rest of the stuff set up.
Sure. So, like I said, Ghostbusters International. It's an old 80s game. I bought it because I'm a huge Ghostbusters fan. I'll put my official Ghostbuster hat on. Yeah. And it is hilarious. We played it for several years off and on. It's been a blast. It's a super simple game to learn, real easy, and it's all played for laughs. So it's a very humorous game. These guys have all made characters. They've been together for a while. They chose their franchise to be in, Ohio. So we're in Cooperstown, Ohio. Or is it Coopersville? Coopersville, Ohio, which is a made-up place. Their headquarters. Their headquarters is essentially an old airfield, a little tiny airfield, my own private airfield, and they have a Quonset hut where they keep their Ecto-1, and in the top they've kind of made a suspended floor in the top, so it's got all the research equipment like books and research computers and all that. And this is like a short walk away is the old air tower. It's 3 stories tall, so it wasn't a very big airport, but they've converted that into what would be essentially their firehouse. So there's a sub-basement where their ecto containment unit is. The first floor is the lobby and offices. The second floor is basically equipment, lab equipment, and then the third floor is sleeping quarters. So these guys have gone on several adventures. We can talk about introducing the characters. And the last time we played, we finished up one module and we had some time, so we started a new module. And just so you guys know, that whole thing that you got hired for was on the fly. I made it up. I had to actually rewatch the video so I can mark down the characters that I talked about so I could create them. So I'm glad we didn't do much that time. But it was a really funny story, and these guys got hired for a job, went out to the house to investigate. They've been hired by a gentleman named Bela Morris, who is a count, almost royalty. He came to him in the middle of the night and asked for him to come by the next day. He's having problems at his house and would like their expertise in handling it. When they went to the house the next morning, there were some odd things about Bela Morris. One thing, he came at night. He was very pale, very tall, widow's peak, dressed in a black, like old-fashioned tuxedo, trench coat, umbrella, One thing is they offered him coffee. He didn't have any. That's weird enough. But what's really weird is when they looked at him in the reflections of all their diplomacy or diplomas in the framed glass, or whenever he walked by a mirror, he did not show up. So they thought there was something odd about that. But they took the job anyway. They went out to his house, which was on 1300. I can't remember the name of the street. Not Mockingbird Lane. When they got out there, there was an old cemetery with an old church, and then a little bit far up the road, not too far from that, is an old, big, run-down-looking mansion. Dead trees, dead grass. It's kind of stormy out, all that stuff.
Did we see somebody in the shadow over there?
Yeah, you saw a creature. Well, in the graveyard, you saw what looked like a flash of lightning illuminated some figure. And you don't know what it was. I can't remember. Some of you just saw a figure, but somebody rolled really well, and it looked like something that was half horse, half human, half carrot. You don't know what exactly that was, but it darted out of sight real quick. When you got to the house, you were meted at the door by a woman who was at the house, Elvira, and she is kind of like Elvira, the Mistress of the Dark. Form-fitting black dress, very, very shapely, very beautiful. She has her hair done up a little bit more like a ponytail, kind of pulled back, but she has like a white streak in her hair, a little bit more like Lily Munster. But she was very gracious and very welcoming. She had a little pale, very red lips, very deep red lips. She invited you in and told you that she knew you were arriving because her husband had told her. She is the wife of Count Bela Morris. Coming down the stairs as you entered the house. Hey, Mom.
Mom.
Hey, Mom.
Coming down the stairs as you entered the house was another gentleman. He had a tweed jacket with like the elbow patches, nice button-up shirt, jeans and sneakers, and he had like brown hair with a beard, well trimmed, nicely kept. Looks almost like a professor, like a millennial professor, though. He's like maybe in his late 20s, early 30s is this guy. And he introduced himself as a friend of the family and a housemate of these people, Harold Talbot. He shook everyone's hands, and when he shook your hands, he kind of looked at him kind of intently, and then when he looked at Steve to shake his hand, he just kind of like, and just kind of, well, I'm going to step outside. I'll see you in a bit. And he kind of excused himself.
No,
Steve's like, what was that all about? Yeah.
Well, now relieve himself. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, that's coming up. You guys went in the parlor. You guys went in the parlor with Elvira. She sat she sat you down and kind of told you what was going on, and basically the servant met you at the curtains to the parlor. Igor.
Igor.
He is a hunchback. He's got some messed up teeth, and one eye's bigger than the other, and he's got a hunch on his back and a big lump in his neck right here that sticks out. And he thought, I'm Igor. Would you like some snack cakes? So he offered you guys some drinks, some refreshments, and he went out and made those while you guys chatted with Elvira, kind of asking questions where they're from. They travel around Europe. They're originally from Europe. The Count and Elvira are. Igor came back with little puff pastries and some lemonade that was like very sweet, very good. Got like a lemonade shake-up. He offered you some curdled chocolate yoo-hoo with beef jerky in it from his hump, the nipple on his hump.
Right.
Yeah,
I remember that. That's pretty weird.
That escalated way quicker than I thought it would. But it was funny.
That's like bacon cheddar haggis.
Yeah. I'll wash that down with a curdled yoo-hoo from Igor's hump.
Boy, this donut soup tastes good now.
So, you finally got that the reason they called you, or the Count wanted you here, is they have another housemate, Dr. Fives, who is a scientist, and he has created some equipment that he's been experimenting with in the house, which they're like, that's fine if if it's valuable or furthers the cause of science, they understand that, but it's creating all kinds of problems in the house. Apparently, it's opening pockets to other dimensions that randomly appear throughout the house for like a minute or two, and then it disappears.
Anastasia's here. Hi, Anastasia.
Hey, Anastasia.
But then it disappears, but sometimes there are remnants left. And she talked about lights, flashing lights, and noises and moans and things trying to grab your ankles through the hallways. And it's just very upsetting, you know. And he does them at night. He does all these experiments at night when they're up. So, like, they want him to stop. They want you to either find out what he's doing and either talk him out of it, or find out if there's a way you can do it in a safer manner or a quieter manner. And you had brought up the church, maybe converted there, like they would be happily add on like a work shed or something, or a workstation to the house where he could go do this stuff if it's necessary. If he's just doing stuff to create problems, we need to stop. And you had brought up the old church, and they're like, oh, none of us were going to step foot in that old church. But they never said why.
Well, it's probably not OSHA approved. That's probably why.
Yeah.
Didn't look too safe, you know.
It did look pretty old and abandoned.
I understand.
Issues, so.
Yeah, it needs some coat of paint or something.
Yeah. So
Maybe a new blessing from the preacher.
maybe. No preachers. No preachers around here. So you guys have been hired to talk to Dr. Fives, find out what he's doing, and either convince him to stop it or figure out a better way for him to proceed in his experiments. So, Dr. Fives does his experimentation at night, and the Count won't return home until this evening. So she asked you to, if you wouldn't mind, and you guys mentioned that you need to prepare some stuff anyway, get your equipment, figure out what you're going to need. So you guys were headed back to the Quonset hut, and you were supposed to 7:30, right about sunset, because it was like late summer, early fall. So come back after sunset and do your stuff. Way out, you encountered Harold again, who was walking back in after obviously throwing away a cigarette. He must have stepped outside for a smoke or something. And he's like, "Oh, are you leaving? Is it taken care of, or did you not accept the job?" You guys explained you were coming back later tonight. He's like, "Oh, okay. Well, I may have a previous engagement. I don't know if I'll be here or not." And when he said that, he kind of pointedly looked at Steve. Like, I don't know if I'll be here or not. So, you know, let me know.
I hate Steve too. It's okay.
Maybe I'll see you. Maybe I
Boy,
won't.
Steve, I don't know what it is. They really like you.
You must feel your smell.
Yeah.
And then
Kind of putrid.
he mentioned he had a sister named Henrietta Talbot. And you found out an interesting fact that she was also married to Count Bela, which you guys found out. And he said, well, our ways in Europe are kind of unique. You found out he and his sister are actually from Wisconsin.
Well, that's it. That's it. Just even worse.
But they actually moved overseas for a while. They traveled around London. He has family in Australia. They met the Count over in Europe, and they've all been traveling together, and they came here to the States. So now they live in this big old spooky house together. So you did find out that Dr. Fives also has an adopted son named Franklin that doesn't seem to completely approve of his father's experiments. He seems a little nervous by it, but you never found out how old this kid is or anything like that.
But also asked, do you have a ghost player on the bottom left of the screen?
Yes.
Yeah, that's Bob. Steve. Bob.
Bob Saget.
Oh, thank you, Moonhauer,
Thank you, Boom.
for the likes.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
And I don't know if this game is available on Steam
Well, you can take the books and put them on the
or if it
bot.
works on Windows 7. I don't know.
It might work on Windows 7. Actually, 90. What it would be? Windows 95. I mean, that's XP maybe when it came out.
You know, this is tabletop RPG, nothing
Nothing digital.
Yep.
Nothing digital.
This is what gaming used to be before the gamers took it over as a game.
Yeah.
Before they were computers, there was this.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys had left the house, and that's where we left off. So you guys are going to head back to the Quonset hut and basically gather up whatever you need and come back later tonight. You had been up most of the night, so you'll get a couple hours in to be able to get some sleep too. Basically, you'll sleep for a couple hours and then get up, and probably you'll get up around whatever time, 4 or 5, whatever you think, however long you want to sleep. I think when you got home, it was like 10 in the morning. You guys had wrapped up the thing at the concert hall and then got back, and that's when he showed up and you went to the house the next morning, so you got a couple hours of sleep. But yeah, so you guys can get back, get some good sleep, and then wake up whenever you're ready and start gathering up. And basically, Boris, you and Natasha actually probably had some other things to do. Probably, you might have gotten a call to go investigate something down at the library, but it ended up being a mouse. So it was really nothing. They thought they were being haunted, and you found out it was just a mouse crawling around in the walls. So you ended up taking care of that. But while you were there, you probably actually found some cool books on the occult or whatever things you're interested in. You can read up on that. And you decide, well, let's go back. And when you get back, it's probably about 1 in the afternoon. And it looks like all the guys are sleeping. So you guys can kind of pass the time, however, and
You lean Bigfoot traps.
yeah, you guys had probably had a good night's sleep, so you'll be ready to go.
Yep.
So, whenever you guys want to wake up, 4 or 5, maybe, or you want to wake up earlier than that, it's up to you. Sometime in the afternoon.
Oh, let's see, 4 or 5 in the morning? Oh,
No, because you're supposed to be there at 7 o'clock at night.
oh. 5.
Yeah, probably 5:55.
But basically, those of you who wish can get up a little earlier and start getting stuff together and, figuring out what you need. The rest of you guys will wake up eventually, and when you guys start to wake up, you will find Boris there in the headquarters, and I don't know, what would you do in your spare time while you're waiting for a call? Practicing your jumps out in the parking lot?
Well, go out the obstacle course.
Yeah. So, okay. So when you guys wake up, nobody's in there, but as soon as you start to go out to the Quonset hut, because I'm sure you and Steve will probably wake up first. And he's like, okay, we're gonna need books on vampires. We're gonna need a gallon of sheep's blood. We're gonna need a lot of garlic, and I'm gonna start hitting hardware stores for steaks. I think that's it.
Wouldn't we want to go to the grocery store for steaks?
Oh, God.
Different kind of steaks, by the way.
Oh,
As soon as you're above a top.
Which one do you think?
Go back and
I can make an animatic steak mixtape.
So yeah, basically you guys
There's spam.
get together and you can.
like you need a fan to kill them, too.
I don't know where this. They're
Does it still come with that little key?
That's what I'm wondering. I won't answer it. Did you come with that key? They hung up. I no, I want your car insurance. And I'm like, no, I want spam.
Oh, actual spam. Making spam impossible, please.
Bacon spam.
Spamity spam.
Spamity spam.
Spam and egg, spam and bacon, egg, spam, bacon, spam,
Spam, eggs, bacon, and baked beans and spam. That it's got much spam in it.
Man, look how busy that Twitch chat is. It is flying with people not saying a freaking word. But anyway,
That's usually
How many viewers do we have?
none.
Yay!
What about TikTok? Hi, TikTok.
We have nuns.
We have a none.
TikTok actually slowed down.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Kish Maple Dickle. Wait, what? Christian Abdon. Likes. Thank you, Thank you for the likes.
Thank you for the likes.
Thank you.
Yes, we're still here.
Yeah, we're still here.
So you guys still here, guys?
Yeah.
We're still here.
Mentally, no. Physically, yes.
Can you see us? Can you hear us? We're here.
Okay. So basically, you guys get up, and when you guys go to the Quonset hut, the tree suit is up here. You guys hear some movement and commotion out in the kind of in your parking lot, so to speak, and over by the obstacle course, you see
Boris and the Dexter at it. They're back. What's it for?
So, as you're practicing out there, Boris, you do see the guys start coming out from the Quonset hut, so you know they're up and around. Steve will kind of wave at you and kind of motion to, hey, come here. And put people on and they start going into Quonset hut. Jack, Rabbit, and Bubba Smith, what do you guys do? Well, you guys probably wake up a little later than.
Yeah, as soon as I hear Bubba talking, that's it. I put my head back underneath the covers.
Okay.
Well, I'll go get me a beer and then make some eggs, and I'll cook up some spam. But I'm gonna make the spam itself.
You're gonna make the spam from scratch.
Yep,
Scratch spam.
scratched up spam, like my mama used to make, which is lots of grits and lots of ham and lard. Like
So-
a pound of lard.
Actually, scrap.
Scrapple. Yeah, well, yeah, you from my part of the county.
Spam and scrapple mixed together.
Russian guy.
Spample?
Spackle.
Spackle. It comes in a white tub. I just throw chunks of ham in it.
Then we punch the walls with it. Wonderful stuff.
Yeah, you either way.
You can patch them all.
You're good to go.
Strange thing is, it's the same color, but the hand's more processed.
In the liquid form, it's both a form finish and a topping for your pancake.
Alright, so are you going to be? Do you have a right skill, or is this your invent stuff skill?
Oh, this is event stuff.
Okay, all right, here we go.
Oh, now 6 is a ghost, right?
On your ghost die, you got to
So I got a 4 and a ghost.
Okay. So for those of you playing at home, or for those of you watching,
Which you be playing on?
one of the dice you roll is going to be a 6-sider, regular old 6-sider, but the 6 is your place for the ghost. Can you see that?
Hold on. Over a little bit. The other over. There you go. Yep.
Okay. So when the ghost is rolled, when you make a roll, you have to beat the target number, generally. Or just tell me what you get. You take as many dice as you have in your trait. All of them are 6-siders. One of them has to be the ghost. You're rolling. If you roll all numbers, you just add it up. If you beat the target number, you made it. If you don't beat the target number, you fail. If you roll a ghost, if you make it, you do, but something odd happens. If you fail, but something really odd happens. And I get to make it up on the fly. So you trying to make the spam, and out of what? Grits,
And-
ham,
Lard.
and a pound of lard.
And a bunch of butter, because everything tastes better with butter.
Everything tastes better with butter.
And when you make it up on the fly, you do not get any help from Jeff Goldblum.
No. This is a chaos theory.
All right, so let's see. You start making dinner or breakfast. You get your pound of lard. You get a pound of butter. You get a bunch of grits, like 3 cans of grits, and a ham. And you slice it all up and put it in there, and you're cooking along, and you're like, nothing's congealing, nothing's going together. What is this? And you're like, well, maybe I should add something else to, because otherwise it's just nasty, greasy ham with now just extra grease.
Right.
So you're like, I gotta thicken this up. So you're like, aha! Man, you grab a bag of flour.
Oh, flour.
And you go, yeah, that's how they make cakes, right?
Yeah.
Put that in there. Eggs, they put eggs in
Eggs
cakes.
in
You
it,
put
yep,
the eggs in there.
yep.
Whisk it all up. As you whisk it up, it's getting hotter and hotter.
Woofy.
And as you whisk it, you pull out the whisk and it's all bent and like that's good. And then you decide, well, this skillet ain't doing enough. It's not. Well, I'll put it in the oven.
Oh, yeah.
So you crank the oven like to 500 degrees and put that in there, and you're like, clunk. All right, set the timer for 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
You chug 2 beers, ding, pull it out, set it on the thing. It looks like some sort of souffle.
Oh.
It's actually like written a little.
Oh, God.
But it's like this white speckly with like bits of pink. It looks like chipped beef.
Yeah.
What that looks like?
Yeah.
It looks like
Oh,
that,
it's like spam.
but it's a cake.
It's meat cake.
It's like it's
Pancake.
Could be meat, could be cake. It's meat cake.
Meat cake.
So you just made your spam souffle, which ought to go great with whatever you want for breakfast.
Yeah, lots of
Whether it's
greasy
PBR,
eggs over easy. Yeah.
PBR, or just plain old sausage patties.
Oh yeah.
So you pull it out. It smells. And we'll just leave it at that. It smells. So,
Well, I'm gonna fry up some eggs and then.
all right. So you start making eggs. You're like, oh, I can screw this up. They turn out okay. Jack upstairs. You're like, hey, somebody's cooking something. I can smell.
Wrong. I can smell
Who
wrong.
forgot that closed my bathroom door?
Yeah, you know when you go into the zoo and you go to the primate house, it's like that. But it's
Extra musky.
Could it be Bigfoot shit? Oh my God. I think I've smelled this
you think
before.
Bigfoot just took a dump in the kitchen.
This could trigger me this morning.
It's like he's pooping walking away.
We have cats.
It's like you have the image of Bigfoot walking away, but he's got the toilet paper stuck to his heel.
Not controlling.
It's so tempting to jump out of bed then
Okay.
and to gather up my nearest Bigfoot catching utensil and rush to the kitchen.
Bigfoot catching utensil. So you grab the giant salad fork.
Yep. The big wooden one.
The big wooden one hanging
On the wall, yep.
Okay.
It's a Filipino house.
You're going to go down and club Bigfoot?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna support him.
Are you going to take the fire pole, or are you going to
Fastest way possible.
fire pole? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you do that. Yeah. So you slide down the pole, boom, land with your giant wooden salad fork, your dressed towel.
Oh, pajamas.
Okay, so you got your suit pajamas with the rubber ducks
Yep.
and the little monkeys that look like Bigfoot.
Yes.
And how you just woke up and you dressed like that.
Oh, I'm just in my underwear.
Okay. Okay.
I stopped wearing the Speedo. Probably wife beater and my boxers.
Okay. Wife beater and your boxers. Okay. All right. So
Flip flops though. I gotta walk safe.
flip flops. Okay. So you land down at the bottom of the fire pole and you hear a. You swear that's like footsteps. And
I got him this time.
You have a big hairy back.
yeah, only one animal could possibly make that weird noise when it walks. It's got to be a Sasquatch.
Right.
So you go sneaking up by the kitchen and you see the refrigerator door open and there's something rummaging around in it, and all you see are these big hairy shoulders. And I mean, this guy's big,
Right.
So it's got to be big.
He definitely smells
I
like
know.
You do see his rear end sticking out from the
And it's hairy,
refrigerator.
right?
No, it's not. He's actually stolen somebody's boxers to fit in with humanity.
I need to roll a cool move or something on this because I might just lose my shit.
Okay,
You know.
yeah, go ahead and roll.
After you eat the food, you will.
Let me see. Yeah, roll your cool. Your target number is going to be 25.
I'm really gonna get him. And I rolled. So it's the highest die, right?
Oh yeah, them together.
Everything together.
Except your ghost die.
Unless, add the goats unless it's a 6.
Yeah,
So it's 19. I almost made it.
almost made it. Okay, you're like, that's it. I gotta call him.
Right, hold on. I'm gonna spend a brownie.
Okay.
Can you roll an extra die for how many?
Every
brownies?
time you spend a brownie point, you roll one extra d6.
I'm gonna spend 2 brownies.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll 2 more d6s. I want to get this. I really do.
Because you're like, right now, you're like, yeah, keep calm, keep calm. Keep your focus.
Jackrabbit.
Keep your focus. Uh-oh, I think I have a
So
stitch.
2 plus the ghost die, or the ghost die is 1 to 2.
You already rolled a ghost die. This is just add.
Just 2 extra die.
Okay. So what did I say before? 19?
19.
Plus 8. So that would be 27.
Yeah.
27.
Okay.
Right at 27.
So you made it. You're like, okay, that's him.
Okay.
That's,
I got
this
this.
is it.
I'm gonna whack a doodle this son of a
No,
bitch.
20. No,
All right. So
25.
outside, you guys have gone over to the Quonset hut. And Boris, did you join them or did you
Finish my round and then
finish
get over
around?
there.
Okay, then head over to the Quonset hut.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So when you guys get in the Quonset hut, you start heading up to the research lab or the research library. Steve starts looking up all the books on, like he said, vampirism. He's like, I know the count's a vampire. He's got to be. So we need to be prepared for that, just in case this is some sort of ploy to get us out there and make us into tasty slurpees. So he's pulling out books on vampirism. He's like, okay, all right, we need a cross. But does anybody here have a cross? Any of us religious in that way?
Not per se.
Okay, all right. Well, he looks around and he's like, aha. He grabs 2 pencils and a bunch of scotch tape and makes a little cross. This will work. And then he's like, yeah, this will work. And he sits it down. The scotch tape just so it doesn't really stay. But he's too focused on looking for books on this stuff. So he takes a few minutes doing that. What are you going to do?
I'm going to try to do some quick research on portals,
Okay.
interdimensional, and
Okay. Like a web search kind of thing?
yeah, that and cross-index with what we may have in the library. And
Okay. All right. There is a cool game called Portal that came out, but it doesn't seem to be anything interesting. Anything to do with this.
Thank you, Nice Electro and the Rock 777 for the lights. Thank you.
Hey. So, but you do find some interesting cross-dimensional rifts and stuff like that, and portal openings and how they happen and what can cause them. And as far as most of them are natural phenomenon, but there are some times when they have had people try to open gates using occult means or experimental equipment. Most of them don't end very well. So, as far as the methods,
But they do get
there's-
their own series on Netflix.
yeah, there's all kinds of methods, so there's nothing that really pinpoints. Yeah, there's numerous ways you can do it.
and sometimes dinosaurs will go through.
Yes, that's true.
So, but you do find some information, and it looks like most of the research you gathered is don't mess with them. They're usually bad. Even through altruistic means, they usually end badly because nobody really understands how they open or where they open to. So that's the main problem you have.
Hey, Steve!
It's kind of like a John with 2 doors.
If these portals are being opened by scientific methods, some kind of electrostatic EMT type thing, we got any gadgetry, and unless just our proton packs are going to be maybe have some effect into the electromagnetic spectrum on
Well,
if we're needing to get something like this shut down by imploding it or something. Hopefully not exploding.
Well, the Geiger meter might be able to tell us where the portal's open. You have a Geiger counter to let us know if it's radioactive.
Okay, we have to make sure that's packed.
Yeah, other than that, I'm not sure. I guess we'd have to take some PKE and Geiger meter readings off the portal to find out if we can build something to predict it or stop it. Unless this guy has equipment that we can look at, hopefully figure it out. He's like, well, I got all the books I need. I'll go back in
Well,
and
rouse
go
the
into the
others.
lab and see if the other guys are awake. So you gonna stay here?
Yeah, I'll finish up, see what else I might be able to find.
Okay. Steve comes down, goes into the headquarters, and just as he goes into the headquarters, Boris, you come over to the Quonset hut.
Yeah.
So you go on up to the Quonset hut.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you walk in, you see Sterling up there on the computer typing away. So you can discuss amongst yourselves.
So what is happening?
Oh, we got a job from this odd European count thing. His little household, a family up in an old manor outside town, and they got a house guest that's doing some kind of experimentation and kind of opening extra dimensional portals, and sometimes little after effects are left behind. They don't last too long or whatever, but he's wanting us to kind of investigate the process and try to talk the guy into making all these portals.
That would probably be good, yes.
Likely, yeah. They said something about them being like maybe some ankle biters or something like that left behind.
Rabid chihuahuas.
Back in the headquarters. So, Jack Rabbit, you've got your wooden salad fork. You're by the fire pole. Right around the corner is the kitchen. And it's still rummaging through the fridge.
I'm gonna do a running charge with the forks. Forks out for the boxers.
Okay, ready for the butt?
I'm going to try to flip it in the air and then figure out what to do after that.
I hadn't thought that far ahead.
Right.
Okay.
Just trying to fork him over. Okay.
All right. So, first of all, are you just kind of running? Or are you sneaky?
I'm sneaky running.
All right. Do you have sneak?
No.
Okay, so make a moves roll.
Okay.
Now, Bubba, you're going to have to make a brains roll to see if you hear him coming up behind you.
A ghost.
All right.
Wow.
Okay.
That's that darn mouse behind the refrigerator right now. Ooh, I almost dropped my feet.
15.
My
15.
Budweiser.
Okay.
No ghost.
No ghost. All right. So you're going to charge up. You rolled a ghost. All right.
I have
Make
one die.
a muscles check. And you have flip opponent with giant salad fork as a talon.
No, Gut Pay Creations is a
For strength.
So make a muscle check.
Okay.
Just tell me what you get.
11.
11?
Mhm.
Okay.
No ghost.
Yeah. All right. So it's not enough to flip him.
Right.
No ghost, though?
No ghost.
Okay. All right. All right. So you run up. Steve opens the door.
Oh, shit.
As he opens the door, he sees you, and he's about like, you charge away from him with a giant wooden salad fork, aiming at what looks like Bubba's butt behind the fridge, and he just calmly walks toward the line. He's like, yeah, man, they're up. All right. You charge in, you go to scoop the Bigfoot up with your fork, and you miss.
Oh, no.
So it goes right between his legs, and when you lift, you don't have the oomph, the leverage, so you just kind of
Whack.
cup him. Bubba, you're like, hey, yeah, I know there's eggs in here somewhere. Oh, Betty Lou, your old girlfriend, she found you. That's me.
Well, them ain't eggs you're going to eat.
So you pretty sure your ex-girlfriend is here and trying to make a move on you.
She ain't going to get that transmission from that F-150. I don't care what she says.
What she said.
All right, so what do you guys do? I mean, you kind of tuck and you're like, oh.
You're like, oh, you're trying to butter me up for that F-150.
You don't realize now it's Bubba? Or no?
As I'm thinking,
Roll your brains. Your target number is going to be 20 because you are so convinced because of your cool roll that this is a Sasquatch.
Oh, my God.
Uh-oh.
16 with a ghost.
all right, well, I'm gonna go.
No, you don't get it.
Okay, you just angered the Sasquatch. You're quite sure that he's not only did he steal boxers, he stole somebody's muscle shirt.
Yeah.
He's trying to fit in to humanity.
So obviously-
this is why nobody ever sees him.
Right.
And he's coming in here stealing your food. That's not cool.
I have to incapacitate this Bigfoot.
Okay, all right.
Oh,
Both of you,
Sasquatch got darn eggs.
both of you make an opposed muscles check.
Okay.
Whoever gets highest, let's see what happens.
Sasquatch got nards.
Lord.
16.
2 and a ghost.
Utter fail.
Okay. So you lower down and you go to ugh.
Right.
And the salad fork slides out of your hand, so you really kind of go grab it, and you lift up, and it's definitely marinated. You're like, oh, she's after that transmission hard. So you don't get hurt. In fact, you're like, oh, maybe I can give her a clutch.
We can shift this into high gear. No.
So what do you do?
I probably put my hand on the shoulder like, oh, Lou ain't gonna get that transmission. We're playing with that this ball bearings. You gotta go full guard here.
So you're kind of like, oh, maybe if I ask the Sasquatch to turn and cough, that'll distract me. So, Bubby, somebody just grabbed your junk. What do you do?
Well, Baby Lou.
Okay. I mean, do you turn around, or are you just thinking that in your head?
No, I said that out loud. I said, oh, you want that with transmission? You gotta be the flavor, blah, blah, blah.
Roll your intelligence, your brains.
I'm gonna stand fully upright and put my hands on my hips.
Target number of 6.
7 with a ghost.
It is cold, so it's not cold. It's warm in here.
Right. Now, you.
I think maybe he ought to be rolling his cool here for.
I don't understand.
All right. So 7 and he goes. You're like,
Cause he's got hands not like her. She did.
oh my god, this is Bubba. Oh, well, you know Sasquatches are masters of mimicry.
If I can compare his
that's why
balls
whenever a
with these.
Sasquatch screams, everyone's like, it's just the wind.
You're right.
So you're like, he imitated Bubba. In fact, he's even stole Bubba's clothes.
Now I gotta really incapacitate him. Squeeze.
Okay, roll your muscles. Roll your muscles.
All right.
I suppose.
Oh Lord,
I gotta stop this Sasquatch.
we're not even on the module. 16.
14.
Okay. You're like,
You better put them nail. Oh boy, you really want that transmission?
Mouse speakers, hey!
Hi, mouse speakers. Mouse.
She said, forgot it was Tuesday.
Yeah, we did too.
She sent Mike's to the host, and if 6163 followed us. So thank you guys.
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
So yeah, you're like, ooh, wow, she's being a little rough.
That's you better clip that nail. You want that transmission? Barrel scream.
And yet you would never find this in a public
And
module.
you're like, what is going on? You look down, you're like, this Sasquatch has shaved his legs recently. A little bit like Nair.
And everywhere shaved down
When he
there.
does that, woo, you're like, it's you finally realize who you're incapacitating. So,
Oh God, I'm holding Bubba's testicles. Squeeze harder.
all right. So Steve walks back from the lab. He's got a Geiger counter and like a meter.
This is what Steve sees.
It's like, and Bubba's like, he actually uses the Geiger counter, like, he just shakes his head, like,
Probably the meat flare is going off.
actually, you don't say. Okay, enough. Basically, when he does the Geiger counter to you guys,
Yeah.
he like swings it across, and it, as he points at your spam.
Yeah.
Sam is giving off radiation. Holy shit.
Bubba, what'd you make for breakfast over there?
And that just made me even turn whiter because it's not confirmed it is Bubba.
Oh, that's my special ham souffle. I'm gonna let Baby Lou here have some.
It's like Steve, like, no.
Now you want that transmission? You gotta go for a little more. He's 18. It's fine. That's the point of view.
I say, well, I'll leave you two alone to.
Oh, I don't care. Your family.
So it's Betty Lou, I think.
second cousins.
Steve or Jackrabbit attempts to release and run.
Yeah, you can
That's all.
let go and just bolt.
Yes. To the bathroom because I have to wash my entire self.
Oh, yeah, I know what you mean. You're going to run to the bathroom.
So she lets go and bolts.
Okay.
And Steve's like, well,
Oh, what? I said the third cousin then. All right, Steve. Well, I guess you're going to have to leave.
I'm going to run this out to the Ectomobile. We'll be back.
God, wait, man, she's been working her hands out a little bit there. She got some claws.
He's like,
She ain't working on the. Whoo!
I've decided
Get in there and just massage.
Hi, Deland.
What?
He says, I've decided not to speak of this any further, or nor remember it for the rest of my life. Would you please stop rubbing yourself in front of me?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Oh.
That don't smell like Betty Lou.
The dog says Buster makes me feel good.
It also makes Bubba feel good, apparently.
Very good.
So Steve, I got to take this out the car, and he kind of like and runs out right to the car. So you go wash your entire face and gouge your eyes out.
Pretty much. Yeah. Cut my hands off. Yeah.
You come back in. And I'm like, oh, she was just here. I didn't see her.
Right. Why do you have my fork?
Aaron Rabidu says, you.
And Rabido. Hello. Yo.
It's okay. So you guys get all ready. You run upstairs and get dressed and do some prayers. Or
Yeah, definitely pray. Dear Lord, please don't let Bubba look like Bigfoot again. Let me never have that happen.
Some of you, do you
Jackrabbit.
eat any of your breakfast, or are you going to take it to go, or what are you going to do?
Well, I'll kind of go out and look for Betty Lou. Betty, where you at?
Nobody's seen her. Yeah, you over to the headquarters.
Yeah.
Okay. These three guys are in there: Steve, Boris, and Serling. They're kind of loading up the vehicle and getting dressed or whatever. I mean, you guys were up earlier, and you've been up all day, so getting into your jumpsuits or whatever you need to. And then Steve's putting the equipment.
Back here.
Hi, Ben. Where you been?
Ben,
Where you been? You guys are Steve's putting equipment in the Ecto one, so you guys can go ahead and pick up your equipment and all that. You come out.
Yeah, well, shoot, she's gone. Man, she is my second cousin? Or was she third? First. Man, I don't know. I gotta call Mom. Maybe figure that out. Maybe I offended her. I'll send her something. I'll send her some of my made souffle. Well, I'm gonna go back and get me a snack before we go and get dressed. So,
All right. You got time.
all right, and I get dressed and then
Say
I
hi to Jackrabbit for me. Steve says.
yeah, all right.
Smile.
I'm still in the shower.
I'll probably just go on in there because it's a big bathroom, right, or not? It's a locked or.
No, it's like a house bath.
Oh, okay, all right.
Although upstairs there is like a shower facility. No, that's actually probably in the sub basement.
Yeah, I'll probably go down there and clean up a little
That's
bit.
got like your YMCA shower kind of thing.
Oh, that's probably where it
Put
goes
like
anyway.
a curtain around it.
Yeah.
So you can go down there and take a shower.
Yep. And then I'll get dressed and go in there and have me a spoonful of sugar.
Oh, the spam
Yeah.
ham souffle. Okay.
The radioactive.
Roll your muscles.
My
We
muscles.
call this Chernobyl Sam.
Tell me what you get.
24.
You grab how are you just taking a spoonful?
Yeah,
You taking-
this spoon.
Okay.
This is a spoonful of sugar.
It's always got some tough outer crust.
You put the spoon
hard as the Lord.
it gets stuck, and when you pull it out, the spoon is like bent with a little, like a block of that stuff. It's like scooping up ice cream, but it's made of cardboard, and it's like, your spoon's all it's this chunk of like cardboard-looking ham,
Concoction.
and you're like,
With a chunk of ham sticking out.
yeah, it's like that, yeah.
I want you to eat some of that up.
Okay. Roll your cool.
Oh, Jesus.
My cool award.
If you lose,
I got a ghost
diarrhea.
and a 6.
Does not bode well.
You put your mouth. You put it in your mouth. And you're like, And have you ever taken like eaten a lot of salt?
Yeah.
Okay, so you take a handful of
Oh,
salt.
yeah.
And you just yeah. it's a bit salty. So you're like, and you go to try and chew it, and you're like, and it's like when Ren and Stimpy when he was eating a cat litter. And it sounds like you're chewing salt. It sounds like when you do the salt shakers.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like when you're trying to eat. It's so good. You spit. Your drool is actually like yellow because of the amount of salt intake.
Oh, my Lord.
After you try to swallow it, you just look like
A rabbit Sasquatch.
Jack Rabbit. You come down. Walk into the kitchen. And at first, you're like, oh my God, this is rabid. But then you realize it's just Bubba eating breakfast. And you're like, oh.
No.
But you don't, his spoon is all bent. And as you're looking, the spoon has like partially dissolved. Oh Lord, it's like you just like. As you've been chewing this, it's been eating away at the middle of your spoon.
I'll try like a big thing of water and like maybe this needs water.
Okay, yeah, you down a pitcher of water.
You all right, Bubba?
Yeah, I just had some spam souffle. Delicious. Look at the spoon.
I'll take your word for it.
Man, that defective imported spoons.
So you guys did right.
Take like a whole handful of eggs and.
Okay.
Well, we'll just take it to our friends and give it to them, I guess.
Ham souffle.
Boy, it sounds like old yak. I wonder why.
Old gag. So you wrap it up in saran wrap, bring it out. It weighs about the sun. It's like a 16-pound bowling ball.
That's
And
good.
you're like,
It's filling.
yeah. So you guys load up the ectomobile, and then it's about time to go. So everybody's like, all right, let's go to the job. Start up the car and drive out there. Boris, as I described a little bit before, you pass that old church and the graveyard. It's still kind of dark and stormy out. It's kind of thunderstorm weather again, with the change of from the warm day to the cold night. It's starting to get stormy again. You get up to that house, and it's basically this big old manor house, but it's almost gray because the paint hasn't been painted in forever, and if it was, it's all peeling and like potted plants on the porch, but they've gone dead, long dead, and stuff like that. It's all dusty and all that stuff. You guys pull up as you did before. Go on up to the front door, knock on the door. You hear the slide.
Mark Bailey says Sacramento says, where y'all from?
Illinois.
Illinois, Midwest.
Galesburg, an hour away from Wood Plain, Peoria.
And Mouse Meteor says, what's the Scotch tape on the baggers holding for? It wasn't really for anything. I just forgot it was in there and realized it, so I pulled it out to check it out. That's all.
So you guys knock, the door unlocks, and the door opens, and before you stands Eagle. Yeah.
Hello, Igor.
Hello.
Hi, Igor.
How's your hump doing, eh?
Well, the hump is still there.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh no, he's my friend.
I understand.
He's like, please come in. Now, do you have hats?
No.
Well, I do.
May I take your hat?
No.
I can go get one. You need me to get a hat?
No, it's my job.
Oh, hold on. I'll run back out. I'll get the souffle and my cowboy hat.
Okay.
And I'll come back up.
All right. He when you come up, he's actually kind of like grinning. He's like, "Take your hat."
Yes.
Why, thank you. That makes me happy.
I like making you happy, Igor. I made something awful weird for you.
Ooh. Out of what?
Ham, lard, maybe beer, and
Plutonium.
Sounds delicious.
it kind of dissolved a fork, a spoon, but
We haven't tried knock yet.
yeah, I don't know. You could actually hit someone with it though.
Oh, I like that. He like, well, it's pretty heavy. He lifts it up and smells it. And yeah, it's like a primate house, and he's like, I like that. Maybe we'll eat some later.
Yeah, maybe lick it off as you go.
Oh, it's very good, like a lollipop.
Yeah, maybe rub the nipple or something, the hump might.
The hump nipple.
He kind of like, ooh, too salty for my nipple.
I'm too salty for my nipple. Too salty for my nipple.
It hurts. It hurts.
He kind of steps in with the souffle and he closes the door behind you. He's like, please have a seat in the parlor. I will announce that you are here.
All right.
I take a seat in the parlor.
And he kind of moves off toward the other part of the house.
Well,
So you guys go between, the curtain is open this time. As you walk in,
I keep forgetting. I think this would be a hair parlor. When I say parlor,
it's got the dusty old couch and all that, like you said, little coffee table, like chairs, nice cushy chairs, but they're all a little bit dusty, a little bit old. You guys can have some seats if you want.
House speaker says, I want mutations to develop from eating radioactive spam. An extra eye. And she says, fingers, 11. Yeah, I'm sure. I always had 11.
Well, we'll see what happens to Igor when he eats.
Igor comes out like Fabio.
Yeah,
Supermodel. I very greatly enjoyed your souffle.
What did you do to me, you monster?
He comes out with 5 penises. His pants fit her glove.
Oh,
Whoa!
pretty cheap. Dock yourself too, Brandon. So anyway, after a few moments, you hear footsteps approaching. 2 sets of footprints, actually, or footsteps, and
Walking.
in walks Count Bela Morris and his wife Elvira.
Elvira.
And they basically, good evening. Good of you to grace us with your presence, and I hope you
Tip my
can
hat and bow to them and part.
help us. My husband, Count Bela, which you've met before. He's like,
Howdy, Count, ma'am.
welcome to my house. I hope we can resolve this quickly.
We're gonna try.
So is Dr. Hyde's available?
I imagine he is up and probably on his experiments somewhere in the house. He doesn't really have a set room to do his scientific work, so he may be in the basement. He may be in one of the rooms up above.
So the stuff is portable?
Yes,
Thank you, big trickster. For following.
especially now.
Thank you, Victor. We love you.
I've discovered that sometimes when these portals open, it takes his equipment to a different room. I'm not happy about that.
Oh.
Franklin has kindly told me that.
Is Franklin available? And I think we might want to speak with him before approaching the doctor himself.
If you wish, he is somewhat shy. He is more of a teenager, but and he's Elvira says he's self-conscious about his looks. It's
Well, what's wrong with the kid?
he's an awkward teenager, you know. Go through changes. They go through things, and he's very self-conscious. And I believe it's a low self-esteem.
Well, we'll
We've
help
been
him
trying
out.
to help him with that. He was adopted by Dr. Five, so
We'll help him out with that.
if you wish, just don't stare or anything if you notice anything odd.
He's got 3 heads.
No.
Well, there's never been anything odd in this place ever. Right, Bubba?
No, looks perfectly fine to me.
Well, Franklin may be up in the top floor.
I think
The
that is
observatory.
early.
He might be up there. He spends a lot of time up there. You said what?
Nothing Betty Lou hurt me.
Red back on the turning green in the corner.
Should we attempt to meet him up there, or would you like to request his presence?
We could rappel off the side of the roof.
No, you can go up and talk to him. We've let him know that you were coming, so he's aware that he'll be exploring the house should you need to find his father. I don't know if he knows where he is or not. But you have free reign of the manor. Wherever you need to go to solve this problem.
Someone could show us the way then, perhaps?
Sure.
Oh, we forgot to pick out equipment, didn't we?
Well, we can do that now. Yeah. The count pulls the cord, and you hear a ring throughout the house.
Yeah.
In a few moments, Igor comes back, and he's like, "Yes, master." Yes, master. Zipping up his pants. His play was great.
I added some to it. Now it's saltier. And chocolatey.
Oh, I've tried some of that. Yes.
It's like salt and caramel.
It's like frosting on there. It's like,
Oh,
Frosted. I frosted it for you.
No, you're thinking old.
It's more like a cream pie now.
It's like a moon pie.
Creamy moon pie.
Yes, the hub says it's good.
Creamy moon pie. Really moist.
the humble bruise. Big old noxious cloud of gas. He said, it always involves with Igor.
Right.
He's like, yes, master. He's like, would you please take our guests up to the observatory to talk to Franklin? If Franklin is available. Yes, master. Follow me. And before you go upstairs, we can.
Not to walk this way.
No, not to walk this way.
Is Bobby monitoring the Twitch channel too? 'Cause
I don't think she is.
we're responding to our own chat, which is hilarious.
Then it might
Oh, Bobby. Cricket.
Could be Bobby. Yeah.
No, that was me.
Oh, well,
that was
okay.
Yeah. All right. So equipment. Who needs what?
Rabbit needs a proton pack and a PKE meter and a trap.
And a trap.
Yes. And a flashlight. No, not the scuba gear this time. I don't need the beach kit either.
Oh, yeah, I think we need it.
Let me get these sorted out.
never know when you want to umbrella a portal.
That's right.
Throw a frisbee into it and see where it comes in.
Or a toaster.
Or if it comes back.
Yes. It's a different frisbee.
Or a toaster.
It's the new Christmas Fujiko.
What the hell? So therefore, logically, if we throw the toaster back, we'll get our frisbee.
Yes, yeah. Throw the toaster back.
What? A damn red fez? I mean,
Oh, no.
This makes no sense.
I think we just decapitated a Doctor Who.
There's some Shriner and a little parade. Why? With the toaster.
Why the Shriners?
Why the Shriner?
and a clown in an oversized tricycle falls out of the portal.
David R.
We all float down here.
David R. Johnson said this is riveting.
Riveting.
Yes.
Rivet.
Right now. Okay. So, Rob, what do you want? Proton pack?
Proton pack, flashlight, PKE meter, ghost trap.
Okay. They don't have flashlights, so just you have one. So go pass those down to Rob. How about anybody else? What do you want?
Thank you.
I'm going to get the Geiger.
The Geiger meter?
Yeah. And I'm going to grab a
Oh, Jack Rabbit had the goggles too. I'm sorry, I forgot.
I think I'll forego the trap, but I will go with proton pack and goggles.
PK meter or no?
Yeah, I'll take one of those two.
All right. And then just remember you have the Geiger meter. You guys.
I'll go with the goggles, slime blower, walkie-talkie, ghost trap.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I thought we all had walkie-talkies too, didn't we?
No, you can have them.
Flashlights and walkie-talkies.
Flashlights are given, so are walkie-talkies, but I have cards for seeing which. That's it. And Rob, and that stays down to wait, please. My kind of.
From the basement of the science building. Nathan R. Johnson said that on
The base of science building. Nerds in space. I'll do a walkie.
Okay.
Alpine equipment.
Alpine equipment.
Yep, with Lederhosen, please.
Yeah, there it is.
I'll do it. Give me a trap. And I'll take goggles this time.
Okay.
And then you got a slime blower. Well, I'll get a slime blower too, just in case. That way we're double covered.
Okay.
If we break up to teams of 2, we're good.
All right. There you go.
So who's going with Bubba?
you.
We got a new slime blower.
Team Slime Blower, you report in. I can't cover the slime, I'm a bit moist.
You would like this to play. Hey, that's what I needed on it. Dang it. I wish I could.
Don't use the
Positively charged slime would have been wonderful on top of this.
I know. I like to take a vat, swim in a vat of it before I go to bed.
I know.
That's how we recharge it.
Which did that come from?
Vamos! Vamos!
Steve's with us, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Steve's with me.
He doesn't wear anything. He's just
No.
butt naked.
Steve runs around wearing jello.
It's this Halloween
Ghost can't see
costume.
jello.
It's Halloween costume of the gelatinous cube.
Yep. He's always in a Sailor Moon costume.
Listen, we went to a convention and the call came up. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm a cosplayer.
Yeah, but you're always Sailor Moon. What does that mean?
I like anime. He's got a proton pack, a trap, a PK meter, and a radio or walkie-talkie, and he's carrying the Geiger counter. The actual Geiger counter.
Okay. What's the difference between that and the Geiger meter?
The Geiger meter, the way I think it is it basically measures like the PK meter, or psychokinetic energy. That is more like an EM, like an electromagnetic
Okay.
energy. Kind of like the EMVs. So, all right. So basically, you guys get your equipment, and Igor takes you up the staircase, and as you get up the staircase, he takes a turn, goes down a hall, and there's another staircase that's spiral, and it's kind of like this room this house is almost like a big maze. I mean, if you didn't have him leading you, it's like, I have no idea. The staircases are all different. There's tons of doors. Down the one hall, when you get off the stairs and walk down the hall, there's like 2 doors on this side, 3 doors on that side. There's a door at the end of the hall, and then there's a spiral staircase that goes up to the 3rd floor. At the 3rd floor, there's a big hallway that goes down with like 3 or 4 doors, and you go, like, let me draw. Be easier. So I don't have to explain it.
Okay, now we're gonna have to get the board on camera.
Uh-oh.
Well, if you want.
Squaresville, dude. Squaresville.
Well, our Twitch channel is finally active with chatters. Us.
Just us. Screaming potatoes!
Screaming potatoes!
Because they can see what's actually going on with all their eyes.
Oh.
No. It's huge. Happy little trees. Here we go. Look, I made a close up of it. So, whoops, that's a mess up. Then we go in and we touch it down here. This is how we make on the house, kids.
He's spooky.
He's his way of finding the Vigo.
And happy little bat. Happy little bat. Now you're off to be there. You okay? Not much. They're right there. That's the limit. No more south. Oh. That's gonna be really weird. We're walking around there, and all of a sudden this giant bear comes in there and wipes it out.
It's the great editor of the universe.
I know. Like a very strange version of HD TV
Night Flight for dorks.
for dorks.
Did you see that Night Flight has its own streaming service now? No, right? I want to watch it. Frank Talion said, "Hello, sirs. What is your opinion about Mr. Putin?" Oh no, crap! I shouldn't have read it out loud.
We're not going there.
Screaming potato.
Screaming potatoes.
And flaming Russian vodka.
There's three things we don't talk about on this channel. That's politics, religion, and the Great Pumpkin.
That's right.
Hey,
No.
I would like to talk to you about the Great Pumpkin.
we must be sincere.
All right, so over here on the map, this is your first floor. I don't know if you can see my. Well, how about I do this? This is your first floor. You can see that on the screen.
No.
Okay.
I had to zoom down. I did. I did very auto.
Igor says zoom back out.
Listen to Igor.
Listen to Igor.
Igor is very
I
nice.
command you
Hold on.
by the power of pus. I compel you to
By
zoom
the,
out.
by the power of Girdle Yahoo, I tell you what to do.
By girdles? Girdle.
Girdle Yahoo. I've seen a lot of those the past couple weekends. Girdle Yahoos. Corseted crumpets. And
Corset crumpets.
corseted
Sounds like a bad movie.
corseted crumpets.
Corset and crumpets. Oh my.
There was just one woman at fair last weekend who had a rubber suit on, but it was like it was cut like it had patterns cut into it to where if she turned a certain way you could kind of see things, but if she turned back it was like a full it was like an optical illusion suit.
Weird.
It was crazy as shit.
She's a predator.
Yeah, I watched this. I watched her a long time.
I had my own rubber suit.
I thought it was a Bigfoot. I was comparing it to my own rubber suit. I was like, wow, that's a much better rubber suit than mine. I wish my rubber suit was that cool. Mine just got gravy on it.
It's actually well the rubber glove. I spent
Really fucking tight, yeah.
And my rubber special watches.
I have a story.
All right, so this is the first.
You know what religion I am, aren't you?
This is the first floor.
No, now.
She came in. This is the parlor over here, just to give you an idea. There's all kinds of stuff. This is the stairway up. You come over here. This is the spiral staircase that you go up to the second floor. Second floor, there's doors down here, but you guys come down this hall, up the steps, come up to here to the third floor. Looks like more of the second floor. And then straight across, you go up these steps, and there's a door at the top. And he knocks, and you can hear what sounds like music playing inside. And the music stops, and Igor stops for a minute. He's like,
And it drops a beat.
yeah, he's like, that's pretty sick bass, Frank. Maybe we come in, and he's like, yeah, come on in.
Sorry. That's why you killed me. That's pretty sick bass.
He's like got the glow sticks. You got one that goes around the house.
You open the door in this observatory, you like step up into this observatory. It's a circular, so it's like the turret on the outside of the house.
Right.
Couple of. It's kind of a circular room, and there's like a couch over here and a bed.
A circular couch and a circular bed.
There's a desk.
Circular desk.
In the middle is like a square rug. No, it's circular. And there's windows at like
Or square
4 directions. So, but they're like nice, big, almost stained glass, but more like frosted. They don't really have patterns in them, but they kind of like let out the light. And there's curtains hanging, but they don't like fit those windows. They just kind of keep the light out, maybe.
Right.
Some of the curtains are open. Over here on the couch, there's like a lot of ornate, I don't know, like little statues and shelves with bric-a-brac and curio cabinets with things in them. And
I don't think no bric-a-brac. Bric-a-brac, Charlie White. Give that dog a bone.
The couch over there is kind of obscured by some of it, so you can tell there's a couch there. You can see somebody on it, but you can't make them out.
Make out who's on the couch.
Yeah.
Damn it!
There's a lot of candles in this room, so they're lit.
Now I really want to make out with somebody on the couch.
Now.
There's a lot of candles, but you also notice some old like antique lamps with the stained glass.
Oh, like the
shades,
like the storm lamps, kind of, the hurricane lamps are going.
You know, more like the decorative ones from like the 1940s.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
So there's a lot of those here. They are lit, but they're real low wattage bulbs.
Right.
So there's light in here, but it casts a lot of shadows everywhere. Igor says, the Ghostbusters are here, Franklin. They are looking around for, he's like, my father. Probably yes. And he's like, well, that's okay. Thanks, Igor. Like, you're welcome. I will wait downstairs to escort you where you need to go if you need me.
We always need you, Igor. We know you.
He just kind of mutters, I'm glad someone does. He walks back downstairs. And he closes the door. He kind of bids you go inside and he closes the door behind you.
Get up.
He doesn't like it.
We should hire him to be our own butler.
Compliment me, you asshole.
I locked you in here with Franklin.
So you guys are staying there. Franklin's on the couch.
Nice couch.
Thanks.
I'll walk on in. Howdy. Nice to meet you, Franklin. Whoop.
You actually do whoop when you do that, or is it just?
Yep. Whoop.
So you walk, he's on the upside of the room. You walk all the way over there?
Yeah, I start walking over.
Start walking over there. You see his feet swing down. You can hear the like leather of the couch kind of squeak.
I'm letting
that was the couch, dude.
Let it squeak my ass.
It's covered in mayonnaise, so the whole thing just goes.
Why is there mayonnaise everywhere?
I have a condition. We don't talk about the politics.
Oh, I was just hoping someday I would get a ham souffle.
What a murder your luck.
Igor, bring me that.
Bring forth the hounds.
Bring forth the frosted ham souffle.
But before that, we talk about Putin. No!
So basically, you walk over. He gets off the couch and stands up, and it's like the lamp next to him kind of illuminates here down.
Nipple down. Hey, nice nipple, Frank.
He's actually wearing a t-shirt, and it
That's it.
yeah, a t-shirt and
his dork's hanging out.
yeah, it's covered in a Band-Aid.
Hey, what's up?
Oh, thank goodness.
Hey, man.
It's a Bigfoot.
Now, he looks like a fairly tall, very tall, athletic, muscular guy.
Yeah.
Looks like he's probably 6'2". He immediately, as you reach out, he immediately puts his hand over his nutsack.
Is that Jack Rabbit's fun about myself?
But he's wearing like, he's got very slender features. I mean, so he's got like those goth skinny jeans, black. You can see he's got a studded belt and a wallet, like a chain attached to it.
Damn, I can't pick his pocket.
It looks like when you saw his boots swing off, they're combat boots that are unlaced. They're just kind of open. He's also wearing a t-shirt. It's a black t-shirt, and it looks like it has probably the logo of Led Zeppelin on it.
Okay, Ben, stop talking French. I can't understand.
One of his,
Martin says we're playing D&D here, or what? We're playing or what?
yeah, it's Ghostbusters. He's got
Brianna says hello.
hello.
Oh, Brianna.
He's got a bracelet, like a studded bracelet on one hand. The other hand, it looks like it's just bare. But you notice, actually, everybody roll your brains. Yeah. I'm going to say Target number of 7.
I got it.
13.
17.
Yep.
Okay. You notice
No goes.
around his wrist and maybe around this elbow, and also like kind of up higher, right under his shirt sleeve, looks like he has scars. But they're like, maybe he's a cutter or something. But it looks like it goes perfectly around each one, and it looks like they're old scars. And there may have been stitches. You know how it leaves those marks.
Yeah, the pox marks.
Yeah, so he's kind of got that. They're old, faded.
Got monkey pox.
Yeah. So he's also very pale, and you notice his veins are like really pronounced. So you know how like Iggy Pop, right, like that, who are like lean, no ounce of fat on them when they work out, their veins just pop. Mm-hmm. You know, looks like that.
Okay.
So, but you can't really see his face; it's in the dark, and he kind of says, "You walk up. What'd you say? Howdy, Franklin."
Yeah. Yeah.
He kind of
Nothing.
puts his hand out, and shakes it.
Shake it.
Yeah, he shakes it. He's like, "Ghostbusters. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's us.
Heard about you guys and what you do. That's neat."
Thank you.
Yeah.
You want to touch my slime blower?
Don't do it. It's very, very sticky. Tacky, sticky, weird.
That's a prop.
Fish guy goes up.
It's the creature from the black.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
He's like, no, that's all right. I'm
All right.
kind of leery about the science stuff sometimes. So that's cool at what you do, but I get enough of that.
So your dad's missing right now?
Well, he's somewhere in the house. I'm sure he's in his lab. Last time I saw the lab, it was in the basement.
Oh, I was thinking back to all those stairs. Like,
Okay, so it keeps moving around.
The day before, he was on the second floor, last door on the left, when you go down the spiral staircase. He might be there.
Well, what's he trying to do?
Well, he's looking into interdimensional portals. I'm not sure why. The reason I got was...
Interdimensional portals.
Yeah. The reason I got is he's looking for things that can aid in scientific growth in these other dimensions. I don't know what he's looking for, what he's doing, but he's opened these portals. And sometimes they stay open for only a few minutes, but things come through or after effects happen. But there are some that are still here, or they've stayed longer, like a day. And I'm getting kind of worried about those. Some of those and most of those have closed. Now it seems like when he opens a portal, sometimes it'll take his equipment, and if he's with the equipment, it'll move him to another portal, which ends up being usually another room that like picks him up and deposits him somewhere else in the house. And I'm really getting worried because I don't know if that's affecting him or not. I tried to talk to him, but he's gonna swear. He's a dad. He's like, yeah, whatever. I know you're like, Dad, you gotta get over this. You're freaking everybody out. I don't know what's going on. He's like, no, I've got it under control. I don't think he does. And Uncle
Men of science always think they have it under control.
Exactly. No offense, but yeah, that's pretty much it. So,
Well, I do invent stuff, yes.
Uncle Bela and Aunt Elvira and Aunt Henrietta are kind of concerned about it. They're kind of getting irritable. So I'm like, dude, man, don't get us kicked out of this house. We got a good thing here with the family. But I don't know. I guess they're not really my family, but they're the only family I know.
Well, sure, that makes sense.
Yeah. So,
Could you show us this other room where the last time the lab was there?
you notice he pauses. You just tell he doesn't move for a minute. And he's like, down the stairs, last door on the left. Steve's like, yeah, but we're new to the house. If you could just kind of guide us to get there, we don't want to get lost in case one of these portals opens. He's like, all right.
You need to get out of the room, son. You like playing football? Throw the old pigskin around?
Not big in sports.
Well, what you into? Braves.
music, the internet.
Oh yeah, we just saved a ghost fan. What was it called again, Steve? You liked them a lot.
Oh, that band.
Oh yeah, that one.
Oh, yeah, those guys are awesome. I heard they died.
They did.
Oh,
We granted them peace in one final concert.
oh man, that was cool.
Yep.
He's like, okay, yeah, I'll take you down there. And he kind of steps around into the light. Roll your cool. Target number really, for you guys, really only target number of 7 now.
7. No ghost.
I got 8, no ghost. So
I'll spend a Benny.
Brownie point.
Yeah.
A Benny point. Brownie Benny.
Brownie Benny.
Brown Benny.
Benny's brownies.
Benny's brownies.
Yeah. So now I'm 12.
Okay. So when he steps into the light,
I was like, what?
yeah, you're like, oh, okay.
Oh, excuse me.
You notice
I've ventilated.
he's very pale and very gaunt featured, but there's something unusual about his features. They don't like line up or something. And then you realize he's got a lot of those scars on his face. You notice this cheekbone is different than this cheekbone. One eye is different than the other eye. One eyebrow is shaped different than the other eyebrow. And his jaw, he's got kind of a... His mouth is straight, but it's like this jaw, part of his jaw is bigger than this jaw. And you notice these old scars all over his face, like he was pieced together. This isn't him. It's like everywhere this eye is blue with a highly arced, like black eyebrow. This eye is brown with a short, like shaggy blonde eyebrow.
Mm-hmm.
And it's almost like where the scars are, there's a little difference in the coloring of the skin. So he's like patchwork. It's kind of weird. And when you see him, it's like, you know, she's like, oh, he's going through teenager, he's making changes. And you're like, oh, okay, he's got acting. No, he's like put together from different people is what it looks like to you guys. At first you're like, whoa, but then you guys are like, all right, he seems nice.
we're professionals.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I thought you were my cousin Rudy. You look just like him. He's the best car salesman for 3 months in a
Looked at
row.
you, he's like, oh, which part?
Oh, all together.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, he's the best used car salesman at
You're like Uncle Huey.
Floyd's car salesman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cool. This way. He just walks towards the door.
I get your job there. They're like coming in like, oh my God, I want a used car. And they're shocked that he can sell them right away. He guaranteed get someone sold a car and out the door in 5 minutes flat.
Bought it.
Okay.
So he takes you downstairs, takes you to the end of the hall. He seems like a really cool guy. He acts like a 20-year-old or even a 19-year-old. You can tell he's very young looking. Parts of him are. But he's kind of cool. He's got his earbud while he's talking to you. And you can hear the music kind of drumming. He's like, yeah, my dad, he's just, you know, if you can talk about him, I don't know what he's trying to do. Maybe you guys can figure it out. Maybe he's actually doing something good or trying to. But he won't talk to me. And he won't talk to Uncle Bela.
What about your mom?
I don't have one as far as I know. I never knew her, and Dr. Fives put me in, so he's my only parent I've ever really had.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah. And Henrietta and Aunt Elvira are pretty cool. They understand.
Yeah.
So they're kind of like their moms.
Oh, yeah. That's nice.
Yeah.
Family is good.
It is. They're not really family, but they're my family. And Dad's screwing it up. If he doesn't, we're going to get kicked out of here. If he
Yeah, yeah.
doesn't knock it off. Well, here's the door.
I had a third cousin named Scooter, and every time he was skinning possums in the living room, he made a greatest possum say, but man, he just skinned and gut that thing right
Shut
off.
up, there's someone outside the door.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you very much, Franklin.
Sure. Good luck.
I'm going to type out Morse code. Are there burritos available?
Back in Morse code, you hear, there are no burritos in the jungle.
Room question mark? Jungle room.
Well, you room question mark and the door click goes ajar a little bit.
Hey, Bubba, the guy in the knocking said he wanted to talk to you.
Oh, all right.
As it opens, everybody make a brains check. Target number 9.
Oh, shit.
Ghost. And old Jeff says hello, people.
14.
Just here.
Oh, hey, guy.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
Hi, Jeff.
Hi, Joe. I got a 13 and a ghost.
13 and a ghost.
I got me and a handful of thought.
So as you open the door, those who made their roll, you notice.
I made it, but I ghosted it.
Okay. When you open the door, you're like, hey, they must have a humidifier in there or something.
It's
The
very.
rest of you guys, when you open the door, you notice like a mist coming out from the floor, and it seems very.
It's
It's a rave.
It seems kind of like the temperature in the room, in that room, is a little higher. And it does seem humid. But you see the mist coming out from the door. And inside, it's kind of dark, but those of you who made their roll, it looks like there's a potted plant right inside the door. So you don't know if this is like maybe somebody's using this as a green room to keep plants humidified. Because the rest of the house is kind of dusty and cold. Yeah, the door just goes ajar. He says there's somebody in there who wants to talk to you.
Oh, all right. I'll walk right on in.
Walk on in. Bubba flings the door open. Hey, what's up? And you guys are like, inside, it looks like a jungle. I mean, there's palm fronds and weeds and trees. And as you look, you're like, you can see the trees go up. And you don't know how high this rear room is, but
Entire house.
yeah, and as you look inside, you can see trees and palm fronds, and you hear like birds and stuff. And as you look back at the next door down. Okay, either that all these doors go to a jungle room, or something's up. Oh,
Walks in. Oh, you got like a jungle theme room in here. That's pretty neat.
Click on the PK meter. Okay, put down the ghost goggles.
the ghost goggles don't really show too much for vapor trails or anything. You don't notice anything like that. It's just
A jungle through
a
the.
jungle. But the PKE meter's like, this is not normal.
Highly regular, highly regular.
So as I'm in the doorway, I'm checking the frame. And is there just a frame in the middle of the jungle, or is there actually a wall here where the jungle then goes?
On the outside, it looks like there's a door frame with wall
Right.
and then jungle.
On the other side,
You go in. Do you lean in?
well, I'm in the certain things I can see on both sides of the door frame.
So if you lean in, it's like
There's no wall.
the jungle goes all the way back.
Jungle, toucans, pythons, and monkeys. Oh my, Anastasia says.
Pretty much. And you hear some rustling through some brush real close by, but it like scurries away as Bubba walks in. So like he frightens something further into the vegetation.
Well, gentlemen, we've seen stranger things. We've got that interdimensional house and that third thing in that house attic that we're still in the middle of investigating. So this is not too weird on the experience meter.
Don't know about that because I've never been in a jungle before.
Steve's
That's all right.
Well, this is definitely a pocket dimension. You think he's in here? Should we go in?
Why don't we yell for him?
Bubba's already in there.
Yeah, Bubba's walking in. Yeah, Steve's like, Dr. Vibes!
Dr. Bob's.
Dr. Vibes!
You hear the echoes. Yeah. Sounds very pretty. And then as the echoes die down, you hear this.
Next step out and shut the door. Who's on the next room?
The door?
Yeah.
Okay. Steve's like, well, Bubba's in there.
Oh, shit, I forgot.
You open the door.
Yeah.
It's a Like a little nice, steady.
I just could see you go.
What did you do?
Hold on. Shut the door. Open it again.
Same study.
Shut the door. Open it again.
Same study. It's like one more time for luck.
Open. Shut the door. Wait. Room? Question mark.
You open it up?
Yeah.
It's a train station.
No problem.
The thing was, since I was in the threshold, I would have stepped all the way through to be able to look around the door to see all that jungle.
So you two,
we were in there together,
and
and
basically you're like, what the hell? Slam! You open the door,
yeah,
and you see what looks like a kitchen that would probably be this house. It's very similar to the way the decor in this house is.
got your vibes.
You hear some clattering over by what looks like a pantry door.
Okay, I'm gonna use my.
Bubba,
Yeah.
I think this is our stop.
All right, I use my bullshit, and then basically I'm gonna try and mimic the creatures. I don't know if that would work. The roar. Can I try that?
Try it.
Okay.
Make it your moves.
My moves?
Or do you don't have mimic or anything.
No, I just had
So yeah, make it your moves because you're trying to. It's not cool. It's your abilities.
I got 8 and a ghost.
8 and a ghost.
Yep.
Okay. You can't do that.
He gave us mating call.
You did that, and you hear, getting closer, and trees like falling, trees being knocked down.
Oh, here comes
And
the
you can
professor.
see them like coming closer to you.
I don't think that's the professor. Bubba, step through the door.
All right. I'll walk with him.
As you guys step into the kitchen, you see those trees part, and there is basically like a giant.
Don't say Bigfoot.
No. Like a giant.
Penis.
No.
What?
Koala bear.
Koala bear?
A giant koala bear. Speaking of penis, it's pretty happy to be here.
Oh, this is perfect.
When it busts through, you notice it has like a chunk of flowers, like a plant in its hand. Look like eucalyptus leaf.
Yeah.
And it's basically kind of like as it smash. Ah! And it's looking around and it sees you and it goes. And you.
I'm gonna slime it. Calm down, Bono.
You slime it, and it basically, it's like the most disturbing. It like throws the eucalyptus leaves and does the, and you slam the door. It's like flash dancing.
Oh, I'm so glad I'm not there.
Yeah, basically. Slam.
Slam the door, okay. And just then you hear something.
I think I was gonna be heaven petted.
You hear something fall like a tray full of utensils just clatter to the ground. It scares the crap out of you guys. You turn, and there's Igor, who just dropped a tray. He's like, how did you get here?
From the jungle room.
The jungle room?
Yeah, with a really horny big old koala bear.
He's like, would it like some yoo-hoo?
I think he just had some.
Oh, that's a shame. That would have made it hot chocolate.
I think it would have made hot chocolate for you.
Oh, God.
Where's this jungle room at?
Well, right here.
You open the door?
Yeah.
It's
It was the
closet.
second door.
Well, there's a closet now.
We went into it from the hallway up on the second floor, third floor. Second door.
That's probably Dr. Tribe's doing. Sounds like something he is. Those are probably the problems we're having around the house, so I would say
Well, I would say
experience.
a 30-foot engorged koala bear handing out flowers is kind of a problem in anybody's house.
It's not.
Says you.
Well, I know.
Sounds like a good Friday night to me.
So you guys, you two and Steve were upstairs and shut the door on the train station. Steve's like, where did they go? Should we start trying doors?
Well, we just tried a door and went from a jungle room to a train station.
Maybe they went to a different room.
Actually, isn't the kid still with us?
He was headed back down the hallway,
Oh.
so he's probably at the stairway. So if you want to holler for him, he can hear you.
Do these change?
Yeah, sometimes that's what the portals do. Some of them stick around, some of them don't.
Thank you.
Sure, good luck. Steve turns around behind you. He's like, let's try this door. Opens it up. Click. Swings it open. Looks like an old bedroom. Not been used in a long time. You can see the dust hanging in the air. All right. Empty guest room.
About the next door.
Closes it. Opens it again. Still the same. Okay.
Hold on a minute. I'm with these guys, right?
Yeah.
I close it and do the Morse code again. Room? Question mark.
No, bedroom. Same thing.
Wilson doesn't seem to be doing anything.
You said the next door?
Mhm.
You're going to go down and try that one?
Hey, you guys! From Bonkers called Nacho Nuts.
Dave Burgers.
Schnauzer.
Right.
So you open the next door. Looks like it's kind of like a study, but it's real long, like a library kind of study.
Yeah.
More books and stuff like that, like a writing desk in there. It does seem longer than usual, but that doesn't mean it's interdimensional. It could be just a longer room or something. You don't know how the house is laid out, but
It still
looks-
matches the
still kind of matches the decor.
Close it and open it again.
Open it again. Okay. Yeah, it seems the same. Actually, when you go to close it, you're like, no, it's staying the same. As you go to close it, you think you see somebody sitting in a chair over there, like by one of the chairs at the back of the room,
Mm-hmm.
kind of like that.
Open it back up.
And you open it back up. They are right at the door, and it's like you are at the end of the room. Like the room just went when you opened it. So you go, oh. And yeah, there's somebody laying there. They're sitting there. Looks like a very older guy. White hair. Probably in his 80s. He's got like a white mustache. It's kind of a little longer. But other than that, he's kind of clean shaven. He's wearing a black suit with basically a kind of a ruffled front and almost like a shoestring tie. He's just kind of stretched out. He's got his shoes up on a footstool. You can hear him snoozing. There's a book open next to him on a little table.
Yeah.
He's just laying there.
Quietly close the door.
There.
Hey, Steve.
Yeah.
Describe him.
Okay.
Do you know who that is?
Oh. Could be Dr. Fine, I suppose.
Hmm.
Open the door again. Okay. You open the door and there's a cave in front of you. And you can hear the echoing drip. Yeah. The echoing drip from deep in the cave.
Well, we found your life purpose.
Now I've done everything in life I could possibly do. Goodbye.
You're a cave dripper.
Cave dripper.
Steve's like, it's not it. He's not there now, but I know of.
We can go spelunking.
Darn it.
Oh!
Bubba has the Alpine gear.
Yep, I sure do.
Spelunking.
Just then you hear what sounds like somebody say something deep in the cave. That echoey. Sounds like,
Oh, it's our Twitch stream.
Did you hear somebody say yelp?
Don't close the door this time.
Close it. Gotcha.
No, don't.
Oh, right. Oh, sorry. Almost did it.
I haven't stepped in yet.
Right.
Push Steve in.
Oh.
Hello.
Yeah, it kind of echoes.
I look at the group and I'm like, does someone need help in there?
I'll go find out.
Okay. Wait, take this rope. I don't know where I got it from, but you take it anyway. You might need it.
Okay.
Tie it to the doorknob.
That's your bullet shot.
It's only 2 feet.
Carry 2 feet of rope.
Around your waist?
No, just hold it.
Oh, just hold it? Okay, so you start moving in
I'll
the
feed out
cave.
the rope as he's holding it.
So pull out your flashlight, or you just gonna go in
Go fly.
in dark?
Actually, the goggles have night vision,
A
right?
little bit, yeah. It has a night vision setting on it,
Yeah.
so you can click. All right. He looks like the kid from Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
So you go walking in. It's a pretty narrow cave, but as it gets in, it opens up, and you notice the temperature drop in here quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So as you kind of move, you can see like stuff on the ground. You see like a stream following like one of the cave walls that kind of angles off that way. You kind of hear some fluttering, like bats somewhere up ahead, but you don't really, it's real distant. And then you hear the a little closer. So as you go in, it starts to turn. So it's like an S curve.
Mm-hmm.
As you get in, you lose sight of the door, but the rope's still there. Excuse me. You guys have the rope, and it's doing that whole as he's moving around. You feel it move over this way. As you get around that S curve, you see what looks like a flicker of light, like a candle or something, up ahead about 30 feet around another bend. Going up.
Yeah.
Okay. As you walk up there, you kind of look, and as you get there, you see a candle on a little nightstick, a candlestick, and there's a tape recorder, like an old real tape recorder,
Mm-hmm.
and it's kind of quietly playing. And from the speaker, you hear, "Help me!" But there's nobody around here.
There's a trap.
He comes around the corner. There's a trap.
I'll stop it.
Stop it. Okay. When you stop it, it like clicks, jumps off. Okay. And you hear it from right behind you. And as you turn, you see basically what looks like an undead, like desiccated corpse. And it's got like the coal miner's hat, like hard helmet with the lantern that's busted. And it's got like coveralls. And it's just all just rotted. And it's kind of reaching for you. Help me. So, what do you do?
Slime blower.
Slime blower? Okay. Go ahead and
Oh, you help me.
go ahead and roll. Target number is only going to be target number is only going to be 5 because it's like right there. I mean, if you turn around like instant later, it would be touching you.
See, and that's under what?
If you don't have fire weapon, it'd be moves.
$14.
14. Okay, so you spray it staggers back. You actually, as it hits, it staggers back. He's like, "Damn it, I said help me!" And falls and just crumbles to bones, like the skeleton breaks apart. And it just sits there, covered in slime for a second, and then where the head like and rolls and comes to a rest, like this with the coal miner's hat, and one of the eyes kind of rolls back down. It's, "Help me!" And you see the bones start like shaking, starting to move towards you.
That's disturbing.
Yeah. Steve's like, "Boris, you okay, buddy?"
Got the souvenir. Reach down and grab the helmet.
Okay, so you pick up the helmet. The head is still in the helmet.
Okay.
It's got the little chin strap.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I'll start walking back towards the door.
Okay. You start walking back to the door, and as you're walking down the hall, he's like, "This is not helping."
Well, what is helping?
Well, I don't know, but not this. Maybe you can bury me somewhere. We gotta wait for the rest. And you hear like bones clattering down the hallway, and like all the little pieces, and like the arms are like scraping along, like his body's trying to catch up. They wait for the rest, or slow down, or something.
Well, around this corner. Basically get to where I'm in view of the door again.
Okay. So you see him come around the corner, holding a head with a coal miner's hat. And he's like, so wait till I get around the corner. He's like, okay, hurry. Hurry or slow down. I'm not sure which. And Steve's like,
I look at Shut the door. No.
so you come up to the door.
Just to where I'm in.
Okay, so yeah, you do.
Yeah, and I'll stop.
Okay. The bones start to kind of clatter together and kind of end up in a pile. And you notice they start kind of reforming, and the slime is actually holding them together. So as it kind of like puts itself together in a full skeleton, you notice it's very like, it's like rubbery. So,
You know, oh, bye-bye.
yeah, so it's like the old 1930s cartoon coal miner. And he's like, oh, hey, thanks. Could you, I think that helped.
Do you want some more?
Well, just put my head back, please.
Okay.
So you, and the slime kind of, and he's like, oh, that feels great. Oh, man. And as he does, you notice the head is like flopping around. And he's like, oh, I've never felt so limber. And he actually does that. Yeah. Thanks for the help, man. And he goes to shake your hand. Okay. Slime. You're like, thank you. He's like, all right. Well, I'll catch you later. And he like actually moonwalks back. And he's like, thanks, man.
You're welcome.
Steve's like,
Get out of that room.
do you leave the room?
Yeah.
Shut the door. Pull the rope in. Shut the door. Steve's like, what was that all about?
He said help me, so I slimed him and it helped.
What are you, a chiropractor? What is this? All right.
Yeah, Jack Rabbit just scratched his head like,
Yeah. Okay. What do we say we check some doors downstairs?
yes. And he's taking his walks. Like, okay.
So, unless you guys want to check some doors on your way down, you can easily get back downstairs. And you just tell me where you want to go. So, okay. So, you guys are heading to the first floor. You guys in the kitchen. Igor's like, oh, well, that was probably Dr. Fives. I don't know where he is.
I'll help him pick up his tray.
Thank you.
All right, it's all right. Oh, I hope I didn't hurt you tapping the hump.
No, it tingled. You grazed the nipple. That was nice.
Like that? Does that feel better?
I must be alone now.
Oh, all right. Sorry, didn't mean to make you feel bad.
No, it feels very good. Very odd. I must go release my hump.
Oh, your hump's under pressure, huh?
It was.
Oh.
Humpty hump.
We just had a Gettysburg Ghost join at the same time.
Gettysburg Ghost. That's perfect because we're right here in Ghostbusters.
Hey, what are you playing? Ghostbusters. Bye. Okay, so you guys downstairs. Igor, he's kind of like, I don't know where he would be. Probably somewhere on the grounds. He's been very secretive lately. He usually comes up for a snack at midnight, but he has
I saw something shady by the church. Came in here.
church.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go to the church.
Or shadowy and stuff moving around like some sort of critter or something.
Well, that's probably why we don't go to the church.
Oh. All right.
You don't like those church critters, huh?
No. They're weird.
Igor, they're weird.
Just then, you guys hear some footsteps coming from out in the main room. Yeah, and you guys go out there. You see each other. You guys.
Oh, hey.
Oh, jeez.
Whew.
Where'd you guys go?
We couldn't come out the same way through the same door. We ended up in the kitchen.
The same door opened up in the kitchen.
Yeah. After someone slammed it.
Don't worry, I slimed the fully aroused koala with flowers.
The funny thing is nobody is winning. All the time.
Actually, he soap slimed the koala.
Yeah, it was like it liked it. I mean, this stuff plank
Got a little weird with that.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna take this out on Friday night.
Sounds like the same thing you had happen there, whoops, wrong game.
We'll get back to that door.
Morris. Sorry, Morris. You look like somebody I know from a different world.
I think that would be much better. I think we're gonna solve this really quick now.
You guys are standing there talking, and over, like, you're kind of at the end of the staircase. The parlor's over this way. Over that way, along that far wall, is a huge ornate fireplace, which is really cool. And as you guys are talking, you notice there's, like, light emanating, starting to get brighter from the fireplace.
I'll look at it. I'll step over there.
Yeah, it looks like some sort of light coming from there, and it's, like, reflective, like, almost like, you know, when you shine, well, like swimming pool. And it does that light on the walls.
Right.
It kind of looks like that, but I'm not sure where it's coming from, but it's just that flickering light is filling the room. But it's definitely coming from in there, but you don't see, like, it's just the reflections are on the walls.
I'm gonna knock on Morse code on the brick of the fireplace. Hello?
No answer.
Butter?
Okay. No,
Naples. Naples.
no answer.
Rubber nipple covers.
But as you lean down into the fireplace, like looking at the fireplace, you can smell like a breeze, and you
Like
smell
a
like,
slime colored koala?
no, more like salt.
Salt. Oh, God.
The beach.
Salt water.
Salt water. Oh.
Yeah. And you can kind of feel like mist, like a real fine mist coming from inside the fireplace.
Pardon me, I missed it.
Is it coming from down the chimney? Is it emanating out of the back wall?
Out of the back wall.
I'll step
Man,
into
it's
it.
actually great. Now you made a slime Gumby.
Slime's drop bag.
See
I'm a slimy bear.
See if the wall's still-
I'm a slimy bear.
it's still solid. Dorothy.
As you put your hand where the wall is, it kind of moves through like it's more of a shadow than just a black wall. It's a shadow. He's like, well, do we want to explore this or what?
Sure.
Me too.
So you walk in?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm right
Well, the
behind
ducks
him.
down, goes in, and you immediately, he like disappears, but you're a whoa! And then the sound cuts off. Steve's like, Bubba? He goes to step forward, you see him like, oh shit, and he disappears.
See that rope again. Here. You can hold it. And I'll go.
For me to go or you to
No,
go?
I'll go. You won't.
Jack, grab the rest of this.
Grab what? Wrap it around the doorknob.
No, don't make me grab stuff again.
Last time this happened, we got a giant koala.
Put it on my hump.
So right now you're the anchor, and then you're all three holding the rope.
Yeah.
Okay, you going first?
Three? What three?
Us three are all holding the rope.
Bubba's on the rope too?
No.
No. Oh.
He's got
One,
the
two,
end of the rope. He's got the middle. You got the end. So, Boris, you go ahead and step through. Kind of brace yourself, and you disappear. You feel the rope. Whoa! Like almost go slide, like somebody pulling it really fast. But you can hold it. But then when at one point it's oh god,
About like that wall today.
yeah, yeah. So you kind of hold it, and then all of a sudden it kind of goes slack.
Oh, God, he's been eaten.
Boris?
No answer.
Go and try to stick my head through.
Okay. You kind of stick your head through, and it's pretty dark. Can't really. It's dark, but you smell the sea a little bit more. And you're like, but when you look down, you're like you're putting your head in a dark room. So it's like see anything. Can't see anything. And if you lean back, he looked like he just put his head under his shoulder and came back. But the rope goes down.
I'm gonna go ahead and go on through. If like one tug means pull it back up.
Okay.
I'll go through.
Okay, you disappear. After a few minutes, you don't feel a tug, but I'm going to come back to you.
Okay.
So, Bubba, you walk through, and you're like, hey, yeah, I'll go on through. Whoa! And it's a slope down a wet, like, cliff of grass. Like,
Okay.
there's jungle, like, not the jungle room, but like you're on a slope. And as you get to the end of the slope,
Oh wait, can I throw out the leader hook? I got the alpine clear.
yeah, you do.
Can I
You
throw
can
it
throw
out?
out the grappling hook and it wraps around a tree. And, and as you get to the end of the slope, because it looks like a cliff,
Yeah.
it actually just goes, and it's a optical illusion. It actually drops about a foot, and then there's like a plane, like a little ledge that you
Oh,
can
okay.
stand on. You just couldn't see it from where you were. So when you get on the ledge, you're like, oh, okay. And it's a pretty wide ledge. And as you look at this ledge, you're looking like, oh, there's a drop, and then there's like a bay
Oh,
with like
okay.
palm trees and stuff. And as you turn to your left, you see what looks like a
Pretty cool.
little gangplank that goes up to what looks like a ship. And it looks like kind of like an old pirate ship.
Oh, okay.
But it's very ornate. It's very
It's
fancy.
Wide Willies.
Yeah. And as you get up there, it's like, oh.
Well, I'm still
you can
standing
hear movement on the deck, but you can't see it.
Okay. Well, I'm still down there at the cliff.
Oh, great. Now I think a slam gun me.
And then I've got the rope still.
Yeah, well, as you like, hey, all right. And all of a sudden you hear, whoa, and you see Steve coming down. You go, boom.
Well, as he's coming down, I'm gonna I'm gonna jump down on the ledge and hold on. Stay for the love of God! Grab the rope!
He lets go of that rope. Tries to grab the grappling rope. Misses.
Oh my God! I'll try her.
Save me!
I'll try
And it's
her.
gonna thump.
Oh man, you look
jerk.
on your face.
And he looks over and he's like, whoa. Okay.
Or Hardy. Or something like that.
And just then, you're like, oh, and you hear sliding down. Don't scream. It's like, shh. And here comes Morris.
Quick! Oh my Lord, you're gonna die!
Actually, you guys didn't have a rope. I forgot. You didn't have a rope.
Oh, I had. Well, I threw my.
You threw your rope up and you tried to grab it and missed. You come down holding a rope and you're like, oh. But you see those two standing, so you're like, well, there's got to be something there. So you actually do the whole and land and you're like, oh, I see. Oh, pirate ship. You guys are there, so he's like,
Well, I gotta get my grappling hook, so I whip up the
so
grappling, roll it back up.
the other guys have the end of that rope?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Are they coming down or?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. And just said you hear, whoa! And not really a scream, but another, oh God, certainly he's not as adventurous as you. Slides down, you land next to the guys. So you're like, okay, and there's a pirate ship. You hear some movement, then you hear somebody, man overboard, sir. He's like, what? I hear voices. I'm we'll go check it out. So as you guys are standing there, you hear clump, 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 clump. And you join everybody. You're like, so you all
I got my grappling. I grab my grappling hook and all that.
Yeah, you can.
Is that other rope there?
You're still standing up in the fireplace holding the
other over there?
Yeah, because he's like, if I tug once, pull us up.
That's funny. He's just a,
Is the rope still there?
The rope they're hanging down to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
It
gonna
goes
grab it.
up
And
the slope.
I'm gonna grab it and like tug it 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4.
He's like, what was that for?
I don't know. We got some sort of message. 4 tugs.
Nobody does
No.
4 tugs.
Oh wait. We'll do this.
We only had one message. One tug for pull back up.
Turn around like something's eating it.
Spoil your muscles.
Sorry.
Spoil your muscles.
Bubba's gonna make me grab his junk again.
12. There's only 10, 21, 22.
13. Alright, no go.
So you're up there. One tug and I'm supposed to pull up. One tug. One tug. 1, 2, 3, 4. What? You get yanked through. And here comes Jack like face first. And you slide out and just thump right on the ledge. Instead, you see somebody pop over the deck of the ship. You all right? Okay, so as they pop over the head of the ship, you see what looks like kind of a pirate crewman. Not like the Jolly Roger pirate, but more like the, I guess, the colonial or the Empire, whatever you call it.
Oh, yeah.
Privateer.
No, more like the British.
Okay.
So he's got like the striped shirt.
Just a British sailor.
Yeah, it's just a British shirt, right? So he's got the striped shirt and the, the kerchief and the hat, and he's like, "You all right, gents?"
So this ship is up here on land?
Yeah,
Because I mean,
there's a drop. The only other thing it could be doing is it's docked here and it's floating.
I'll go ahead and look over the edge of this wide
up to the
thing.
edge?
Yeah, and
Okay.
so
Roll
is it
your-
not that big of a drop, or is the ship that big?
Roll your food. Yeah, just too much yet.
I am gonna say, oh no, we're fine. Thank you.
No, all right.
14.
14. You look over and you're like, holy crap, that's a long drop. And there's jagged rocks right there. So it's kind of that, ooh, I don't want to get too close. But as you look over, the ship there's a gangplank that goes from the ledge to the ship. And as you look around the curve, the ship is floating in the air. It's not actually, there's no water. It's just way up here with you, just hovering.
It's an airship of the old school.
Well, you look up and there's no airbag.
Well, not that kind of old school.
Yeah. So,
Great. Just walked in the Spelljammer.
and he's like, oh, all right. Well, if you don't need anything further, we'll be casting off.
Do my cinnamon toast crunch.
Product placement.
Yes.
If you don't need any help further, we'll be casting off.
Where are you heading?
Oh, the air of Bombay. It's a trading post.
Who's all on your ship?
Myself, the first mate, the captain, and about 14 crew members.
Who's your captain?
That would be Captain Airing. Do you know him?
Thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Howdy.
American.
Yeah, that's the check.
He's more like
Texas.
Steve, when he says last I checked, Steve was perceived. Last you checked.
Touche.
Hi, Steve.
He's like, well. Safe travels to you. We'll be casting off.
Hey, you seen there some sort of scientist feller wandering around?
Scientist fellow.
Yeah.
Looks like blah 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 blah
Dr.
blah.
Pipes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, no, I haven't seen him.
But you know him.
Well, you know him, yes. He was here about 4 months ago.
What'd he do? Just visiting or what?
Yeah, visiting, asking about the lay of the land, and he asked us about our ship. It was very unusual. He didn't know what made it work. The air, of course. It's a sailboat.
Throw all the dice.
Oh, I rolled a 1.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Bubba
He's
gets
like,
it.
yes, he gathered some information. We happily gave it to him. We thought everyone knew about airships and sailboats and whatever. Yeah, but yes, he was very kind, a bit eccentric, a bit hurried, if you ask me.
How'd he get out? How'd he leave?
Well, he climbed up that slope, right where you came down. Must be something up there that he was after, or there's some. We didn't explore this peninsula.
You on you doing like an exploration thing?
No, trade routes.
What year is it?
Year.
Yeah.
What's a year?
What are you trading?
What are we trading?
Hi.
Water.
Of course.
For what?
Drinking?
Yeah, but what you're trading for water? You want to buy some water?
No, we trade for goods throughout the island.
For water.
We trade them water. We take whatever they wish to give us, whether it's clothes or valuables or fabrics.
What are you kind of looking for? If I was to trade with you, I guess that's what I'm saying.
You're American. We don't trade with you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. You can't have it. You're American.
Yeah, I was blessed by
Yes,
God
we
by
certainly
being there.
cannot.
Yes. Huh?
I was blessed by God by being there. Yes, sir.
Good for you.
Yes.
Did you want some water?
The front wall buy some water. No, I got some. Oh.
All right. No point in trading. Gentlemen, we bid you farewell. Good luck on your whatever you're doing, and nice suits. I'm not sure what crew you're with, but it looks good.
Aloha.
We're with the USS Enterprise. Have a good day.
The Enterprise.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, Captain Kirk's the best fella there is.
Indeed.
Gets a lot of native blood.
I've never heard of Captain Kirk.
Good one,
I'll
Bubba.
have to report that to the authorities.
Yeah,
indeed.
Captain Solo will be very interested. Good day.
Hey, anybody's got a fella that you'd like to see?
Who's that?
Is-
Bigfoot?
Yeah, like Chewbacca. Copper, I can't say the word.
So you see the gangplank lift up and start to pull back into the ship. And as it does, the ship just kind of drifts away and starts moving off. across
Wasn't
the
that
sky.
something? So we're in another dimension then, huh?
I don't think so.
Well, Dr. Pives left from going up the slope. I suggest we go up the slope.
Well, we just got to pull the rope and we climb back up there.
You got the Alpine here. Let's go.
Yeah, he brought the rope with him.
Oh, that's right.
Somebody yanked me through.
Yeah, that's my fault.
You've got the grappling hook. Give it a
Oh,
shot.
yeah, all right. Up we go.
The one time we bring the Alpine gear and we actually freaking use it. That's amazing.
We should have brought the beach kit.
Right? So it's just way down there.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm going to get a seashell. I'm going to get a couple seashells before we go.
Okay, how are you going to get down there?
Oh, it's not right here?
No, the water's way down there. It's like 300 feet down.
Oh, shoot.
Water.
Well, that's too bad.
So I'm gonna start. Is the slope difficult to climb?
No, really. It's kind of like walking up a slide. You know what I mean? Not very difficult.
I'm trying to find
Just make our
I'll get hold of the rope.
Yeah.
make our way.
Go to our Linktree and you can see us all, everybody.
Yep. See our live feed from Facebook and other places. And Twitch.
And your mom.
See your mom Twitch.
Your mom Twitch.
So you are walking up the slope, and you're going up the slope too, or you just going to throw the grappling hook?
I'm going up the slope. I'm going to look like for pretty rocks or something neat.
Okay. All right. Yeah, as you walk up, you do see one rock that looks pretty cool. It's kind of like a golden brown color, like honey colored, but it's got all these fissures through it, like it's like full of holes.
Oh, I'll try and grab it.
Yeah, you can pick it up. It's real lightweight too.
Okay, look through it.
Yeah, you look through it. You kind of makes this. Like, oh, that's really neat. You can blow through it and make noise. Okay.
Amber Ocarina.
Make a moves check. Tell me what you get.
Starts playing car songs.
I got 3 and a ghost.
So you guys are, you're like, wow, it's like that thing on Willy Wonka. Yeah, that's neat. Or Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, the whistle pops. That's neat. And then he starts playing a song, and all of a sudden you hear these screeches from the trees. And what you thought were the palm fronds of these trees above you fly off, scatter, and when they come around, they have beaks that are like serrated, and they're their wings, the feathers look like razor blades, like machetes. Those were the palm fronds. And they basically go up, swirl, and start swooping at all of you. And they look angry.
I'm gonna slap that thing out above his mouth.
Make a moves check.
I got 11.
He pops out of your mouth, but you catch it.
Yeah.
So
Hey, everyone's a critic.
We gotta go now.
All right. Some of my things start climbing up.
all right. Steve's like, get out of the way, Bubba. He's like trying to scramble up the slope, but now it's getting kind of muddy. You are having no problem, but now that everybody's scrambling up the slope, you're like, I gotta hurry because they're digging ruts into it and starting to slip and slide.
Well, I'll throw the alpine gear up there.
Throw the grappling hook.
Yeah.
Make a moves check.
Oh God.
I got a 12.
Okay.
No ghost.
Make a moves check. Oh, this way. This course.
17.
All right. So you get up to the top of the slope and you're like, there's like a bush, but as you part the branches, you see the living room. And you're like, oh, this is it. So you reach through and you grab the edge of the chimney, and all of a sudden you feel bunk. And you hook your grappling hook right onto a slide lower pack. You're like, I got it. So you're like, so it starts, and you're like,
I got it. I'm like, all right, pull on in and hook it on something.
okay, so he's gonna let you do that. Everybody else is probably grasping for that rope because you're starting to slide. Everybody make a moves check. Your target number is going to be 12.
13.
Okay.
Can I grab somebody else too?
15. No go.
10 no ghost.
10, no ghost, and 7, no ghost. So you guys grab the rope. You start to grab it, but it's a little too far, and you're like trying to steady yourself.
Did you still have a hold of the other rope, Dennis?
I would have let go of that
Would have let go of that. Okay.
during the interim.
So you try and grab the grappling hook rope, and it's too far away, so you're trying to like reach for it, but you're also trying not to slide down the slope. Steve is like at the very back, and these birds are like, ah! So he's like, ah! So he's panicking, and he misses the rope, and you see his foot start to slide.
Okay.
So he might fall back down either on the ledge or off the ledge. So he kind of panics. You can grab him.
All right. I'll slide down a little bit and
You
grab
don't
him.
have to. He's right there.
All right. That's what I gotta do.
Just make a moves check. Target number 5.
I got 10.
Okay, so you managed to grab Steve by the collar, or by the lapel, so he's okay, and you pull him up so you grab the rope. You finally just kind of,
And well, if I do get one hand on it, I'm going to try to roll facing backwards and with the slam blower thing, try to shoot at the birds coming after Steve.
okay. Wade, you make it up into the chimney when he's like, tie it off to something, and you're like, oh, I can just put it right on the grate. But as you do, he's like rolling over, so you're like, son of a bitch. Go ahead and make a muscles check. It's just going to be target number of 10. Because all you got to do is get it down far enough and let go, but it's wildly moving around.
12.
Okay, so you managed to hook it onto the fireplace grate, and okay, all right. So you guys can all get back up out of the fireplace, and you're now back in the living room. So
I try and get something to block the fireplace so it doesn't fall through. You know, they don't fly through.
okay, you go you're like, here, hold my rock. It's, I don't know, probably Sterling. Here, hold my rock. He basically. There's nothing there. He just kind of slaps your hand like with his fist. Hold my rock. And then he starts boarding up the fireplace. There's nothing in your hand. You don't always. So as you kind of start pushing stuff in there,
Just enough to block it so they don't fly through.
yeah, you can pick up a trunk and boom, put up some logs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
I gotta do it. Hey, now hand me my rock.
You didn't give me anything.
Yeah, I did. I put it in your hand.
You didn't hand me anything into
Yeah,
my
I did. I
hand.
put my magic singing pterodactyl rock horn in your hand.
I think you're getting a little delusional there, Bubba.
Did we not just see terrifying pterodactyls?
We saw something. I would
Well, did I not
classify
summon them with my magic rock?
I would not classify them as pterodactyls.
So you had the rock in your hand,
Yeah.
and he gave it to you, but you didn't get anything?
Right.
Maybe they can't come through the portals.
Or the
That doesn't
rock.
explain the after effects.
The what?
Well, the after effects that that family was talking about. Just then, all throughout the living room, you hear those squawks of those birds. You don't see any, but they're loud.
Echoes. Interdimensional echoes.
And after a few minutes, they just kind of peter out and go away. He's like, maybe these are the after effects the family's experiencing. Things grabbing at them, noises, flashing lights. Maybe they're not actually coming through.
But if they're there, they're affecting it through sound.
The sensation.
Wait, goggles. When I hear them,
Okay. Yeah. You see very faint vapor trails of like things moving, but it's real faint. Real faint. And then as you're listening, it actually like evaporates and the sound goes. It's almost like you said, interdimensional echoes maybe. Some might last longer than others, some might be stronger than the others. Go find that koala and find out.
yeah,
You find something else, you find that koala.
yeah, a nice bouquet of flowers.
And how would the koala find you?
They might have an app or something there.
Koalas only.
Koalas only.
Right then. We still need to find Dr. Pods.
Koalas only.
There's heavy petting involved.
Just then, you hear what sounds like snarling. Probably.
Look around.
Who made the spam souffle? I'm so mad.
Some blow on my face.
Frosted Flame Souffle.
As you look around the room, over by one of the hallways, like a couple steps up, and there's a doorway or an archway, and there's a couple doors behind it. In that archway, it's kind of dark. You see what looks like glowing green eyes, like reflective green eyes, like an animal. And you hear that snarling coming from that hallway.
Well, I had my goggles still on, so.
The night vision, yeah, roll your cool. Did you still have your goggles on? Did you put them back down?
No,
Okay.
I didn't either.
9.
9. Okay. You see what looks like a guy standing over there, kind of his hands up on the wall, like hunched, like snarling. And you're like, what's he doing? His eyes kind of reflect.
Just some call.
But as the night vision kind of focuses in, you see what looks like a guy, ripped up clothing, but he's very furry. Very furry. And you see he's got very pronounced canines on the upper and bottom. He's got, his nose is a little wider, a little dark here. He's got a beard that kind of goes all the way up. And his hairline starts above his eyebrows and goes back. And he's got these huge claws. And his feet are kind of crooked. It looks like a werewolf, a wolf man, standing in that doorway.
So he's seeing it clearly. Are we seeing it?
You can hear it. He's looking through his ectovisor.
All right. Okay. Starling. Who the hell is Starling?
And basically, this thing kind of takes a step down. It sounds like, when a dog walks down steps, it does that, and it kind of comes into.
Oh, can I grab like something, like a stick or something around there, one of the logs?
Who's the good boy?
Come on.
Yeah, it watches and then stares back at you and does.
No.
And as it looks, it kind of, you guys see
Anybody got a
this
nose
shape come
bone?
down. It looks at all of you and then looks at Steve and snarls at him. And he's like,
Easy, boy.
Is this some of your relation?
not mine. It steps into the light, and as it snarls, you see it's wearing like the remnants of like slag or jeans, button-down shirt, a little bit of it looks like it has a vest, but it looks like a tweed jacket with the sleeves ripped off.
Slime him.
That's climbing.
Sliming.
So, everybody make your brains check first. Tell me what you get. One.
A 1.
10.
15.
16.
Okay.
No ghost.
You two, you kind of like, I don't know who this is, but it looks human. You two recognize that tweed jacket. Remember you met Henry, the house guest?
Yes.
The housemate,
Right.
Henry Talbot. This looks like Henry, and he's singling out Steve. So he must have somehow knew that Steve was going to be his victim.
Right.
Anybody have a cult? Or, well, let me put it this way. Do either of you guys have parapsychology or cult?
Cryptozoology, which would fall into that.
Yeah, cryptozoology. You can roll that if you wish.
Just the experience from my library science research for years.
Go ahead and roll. Rob, your target number is going to be 10. Sterling, yours is going to be 13.
16 and no ghost.
4, 5. Yeah.
16.
All right.
18.
Okay. So you guys are kind of like quickly rifling through your mind, like, oh, okay. You know from your library research and you know from your cryptozoology, you come to the same conclusion. It is said that lycanthropes, werewolves, can often see the mark of the pentagram in the hand of their next victim.
Right.
When you guys shook his hand, remember he was looking at your hands intently. When he looked at Steve, he's like, nice to meet you. I gotta go.
Right.
And he stepped outside. When Steve's like, oh, I'll see you later, he's like, no, I might have prior engagement. I might not be here. I'm not sure. Apparently, Steve is his next victim.
Steve has the mark of the beast.
Well, I'm sliming because I rolled 1.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, you can go ahead and slime him or whatever. So whoever's shooting, go ahead and roll.
18, 20,
I'm going to step in front of Steve and pull my proton pack.
Okay.
22,
Proton one.
27.
11.
Okay.
Shooting stuff, that's real good. That's why.
That's your
So
forte.
basically, he steps out,
Even your 5K.
snarls, looks like he's about to pounce, and you just let loose on the slime.
Yeah.
You hear the and Steve basically gets hit with enough force, it slides him across the floor and sticks him to a wall. As you guys like layer it on, he's just like, oh.
It's all wet.
The red rocket.
So is this the emotional slime?
It's the positively
It's
charged.
positive.
Positive thing? Yeah, right.
Pink
Okay.
slime, yeah.
So basically, you slime him, it sticks to the wall. You see him like,
Relax.
yeah, he kind of like, and he's like panting like a dog.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden, you see him start to change. The hair kind of recedes into his face, his claws recede, and after just a couple seconds, you see Harold kind of,
Henry.
oh, yeah, Henry. No, it's Harold. His sister is Henrietta. So,
Oh, adjust my notes.
so he basically like, oh, looks around. He's like,
Howdy.
you
Easy, boy.
cured me momentarily.
Well, we are Ghostbusters.
I didn't know you were werewolf busters as well. That's amazing. I feel great. This is so.
We have a new patent.
He's like, Mr. Ghostbuster, I am so sorry. I would have killed you, but I didn't mean to.
His
I
name's
hope you don't
Steve.
take offense. Oh, Steve. He's like, Steve, accept my apologies. I'm so sorry. I almost tried to rip your throat out. I would have too if you hadn't stopped me. So, wow, I wish I could have met you guys about 40 years earlier. It would probably saved a lot of awkward moments. Like this.
Like this.
Well, I'm sure we can hook you up with some sort of slime blowing, repository with a monthly installment.
That's something I would be interested in. Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
The Slimatron.
Yeah. We can maybe invent you some sort of hot tub where you just gotta lay it down
Like
all
a
night.
sleep apnea machine.
I look at Steve and it's like just still Steve's going.
Yeah, he's over there like. He's like, wow, if you could do that, I would be ever in your debt. Ever so great.
Yeah,
Oh,
sure.
this is wonderful news. I think I'll just sit here and hum about it.
Or hum about it. Oh, thank God. I mean, pardon me.
I thought he said,
You gotta have a giant leg on you. Are you ready?
He starts singing the song Werewolves of London. He's just happy. Yeah. He's like, oh,
Rebels of London.
release, this is great. This is amazing. He seems very happy to be not a werewolf. He's like,
If your slime wears off, let us know.
Oh, okay.
your sister isn't also afflicted, is she?
No, she's a vampire. It's totally different. I shouldn't have said that out loud, but I'm sure you're going to find out anyway.
You know where Dr. Blah 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 is?
Dr. Fives?
Dr. Fives, yes.
Last I saw, he was in the basement. That was about an hour ago.
I walk over to Bubba's slime thrower because he's forgot to point at him. I just give it a quick. All right, thank you.
Another
Those, yeah.
He's like, thank you. I've been a good boy.
Yeah. Go get a milk bone.
Yeah.
Off to the basement then, hey?
Hey,
So if you get a little woofy, just come looking for us.
Oh, I will.
But not in that way.
Oh, well, I can't promise that. If I get Wolfie again, I will definitely be looking for him.
Yeah, well, don't worry. We'll cover you and stuff.
Sounds promising.
Bubba likes to cover things and stuff.
I do. I love just pouring and gooing all over them, and this makes everybody
All
happy.
opens the door like,
Our happy customer. I keep telling Stu we gotta do this OnlyFans thing. Ghostbusters.
let me ask you guys, it's 9 o'clock. Do you want to keep going or do you want to stop this?
I'd like to stop here.
I'm down too.
This is a good place to stop.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for joining us this Tuesday evening for
Yes, everybody.
Monsters Game of Ghostbusters Incorporated.
Yay.
If you're interested in the game, make sure you check out our Linktree. Go to our YouTube channel. There you have
Other episodes.
playlists of all the games we play. You can look at the playlist. You can actually go into the description of the playlist and find links to all the games we play and information about them as well. So make sure you tune in every Tuesday night around 6-ish p.m. And we'll see you all next week. See you, bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.